Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
The best team we've played so far.
9 or 10 kids going both ways. Coy was pleased with the effort last week. He thought the best effort the Scotties have had this year. But when you play 48 minutes of football, when you get to about the 40 or 41-minute mark, you're bound to wear down.
That's right. So many people going both ways. It really takes a toll in the fourth quarter. And the drive that started on the 2-yard line and went all the way to the 9, of course, the penalties hurt immeasurably. But, we kind of ran out of gas when we got down there and couldn't stick the thing in. Had we done so, I think we would have won the football game.
We may have a longer pregame show than we counted because you can't play football if you don't have officials, and we have none to this point.
Evidently, they didn't get the starting time of this ball game, which is 7 o'clock, and normally it's a 7:30 start here.
If that's the case, Larry, and this thing doesn't start till 7:30, we better be ready to talk a whole lot. Let's talk some stats for just a moment. Glasgow averaging 27 points a game, giving up 26. And I know Coy Meadows wants that defensive number to go down. Usually 2 touchdowns a game. If you give up 2 touchdowns a game, you're going to win probably 80 or 90% of your games.
Yeah, I think so. You only gave up 10 last week against E-Town.
Which isn't bad, obviously.
Not bad at all.
Really, that number is vaunted by the Bowling Green game.
And one of those was a 46-yard field goal, which not many high school players are going to kick. So, I guess it all equals out. Bowling Green scored a little more probably than they should have.
Scotty did score 20, or are scoring 27 points a game, but the offense was a little bit sluggish last week, especially the passing game. Glasgow held to 29 yards through the air, and in Chad Meadows' career, that's not happened very often.
Well, we're not keeping people off of him long enough, I think. Last year I think we kept him off of him, and he had plenty of time, and he had the speedy receivers, and it doesn't take very long to get a pass to somebody that's got a lot of speed, and they can break the thing from anywhere on the field. And last year we had that aspect, which is as old hat. I'm saying it over and over and over again. But speed, I think, is the major factor between last year's team and this year's team.
And speed is what Glasgow used to be Corbin last year.
That's right. That's exactly why we beat Corbin last year. I think we had the reverse on the kickoff. Tommy Burris ran it back. Spencer Botch caught the pass on the sidelines, took it all the way. And, things like that mount up and take a little bit of the steam out of a team like Corbin. If we could do something like that tonight, it would be tremendous.
Some stats. Glasgow, 300 yards in total offense on the season, 210 rushing, 90 passing. The opposition, 276 yards total offense, 195 rushing, and 71 passing. Now, Meadows, or I should say, Channing Twyman has done a good job, Larry. In 3 games, Channing is averaging 122 yards per contest.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Good running back against the competition that we played and averaged 122 yards. That's a good start for Channing. I hope it continues all year.
Chad Meadows in the passing department, he's completed 29 passes, 48 attempts. He's thrown 4 interceptions. Chad, as far as the passing department, with 309 yards. The opposition hasn't connected on many passes against the Glasgow High Scotties. In fact, 8 of 25 Scotties have picked off 2 passes. 8 of 25 for 209 yards. But again, half of those passes have come for touchdowns.
Yeah, that's 4 touchdown passes. I think most of the time, the teams that we've played so far, they really haven't had to pass a whole lot. They keep the ball. The ground game against us has been so successful. They didn't really have to throw. Barron hit us for 2 early in the third quarter. That Eric Scarborough, I think, scored both of them and got behind a couple of had some defensive lapses. But other than that, the pass defense has been there. But the teams really haven't had to throw the football against us. They've been able to rush it.
Glasgow's lost 4 fumbles, 4 interceptions. That's 8 turnovers in 3 games. The opposition's lost 2 fumbles and they've thrown 2 interceptions. Scotties have been penalized 15 times for 79 yards. The opposition, 17 penalties, 145 yards. And again, the penalties, 10 penalties, 65 yards. It seemed like it seemed like about 90% of those in the one drive where Glasgow had it first and goal at the 9 and through a series of penalties and a quarterback sack and a loss on a run. The Scotties were faced with 4th and goal at the 34 against the Panthers. You alluded to that drive a few moments ago.
Yeah, that was the backbreaker. I think we scored on that drive, we would surely have won the football game. You get down in the situation where you've taken it all the way down the field. You cannot mess up when you get down inside, as you call it, the red zone or the blue zone. You need to put some points on the board. Even if we'd kicked the field goal, I think we would have been had a real good chance to win the ball game.
Before we take this time out, Larry, I think the field is in outstanding condition as the Scotty Band and the homecoming candidates and students align a tunnel to our left. And, of course, again, this game's scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. That will not happen because the officials either got the wrong time or they are simply late. Larry?
I don't know what the story is. We haven't heard any report. I don't know whether they're here and getting dressed or whether they just didn't show up. I don't know.
Wouldn't it be ironic if they arrived just in time when it begins raining?
The way the clouds look, it may just start any time.
All right, we'll look at the starting lineup for Glasgow High in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
Announcing the Twice as Nice Trade-Up CD, only from Trans Financial Bank.
What's so nice about it?
Well, invest as little as $1,000 for 36 months, then sit back, relax.
Oh, no, I've got to worry about rates. Am I getting the best rate? What if it goes up and I'm locked in too low? You know, there's a lot to worry about.
Not with the Twice as Nice CD from Trans Financial. First, you're earning today's competitive rates. And if rates go up, you can trade up to a higher rate. Not once, but twice.
Oh, that is nice. But what if rates go down? Shouldn't I start worrying then?
Nope. Your rate can never go down because it's locked in. It can only go up.
Twice.
Right. It's the Twice as Nice Trade-Up CD, only from Trans Financial Bank. Your source for all the financial services to make your life easier. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
At Trans Financial Bank, we want to help. We want to help.
Isn't that nice?
Tell me what you want, it's yours. Tell me what you need, it's yours. Anything we can do for you. Anything you need.
The breakfast you want is yours at McDonald's right now. With a sizzling sausage biscuit for just 79 cents or a breakfast burrito for just 99 cents.
What you want is what you get. Every day in every way. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Try a 79-cent sausage biscuit or 99-cent breakfast burrito. Plus tax prices may vary. Get into a participating McDonald's for breakfast right now.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Square Deal Lumber Company has it all.
Stop, shop, and buy.
Oh, that's right.
And you will be surprised. Stop, shop, and buy.
Come on.
Yeah, you will be surprised.
Oh, yeah.
You'll save a lot of money and you'll save a lot of time when you stop, shop, and buy.
Hey, friend, if you need this, that, and the other, well, why don't you stop, shop, and buy at Square Deal Lumber Company? You know, we got everything you'll ever need to make your house a home. I'm telling you, it's a great deal all the way around there at Square Deal Lumber Company because we're going to save you money because we've got low prices on quality materials. And we've got the nicest people and the best personal attention. I'm telling you, it is a sweet deal all the way around. So come on down to Square Deal Lumber Company where you're going to save money when you buy.
Save a lot of money, save a lot of time when you stop, shop, and buy.
Square Deal Lumber Company, Park City, Cave City, Horse Cave, and Glasgow. Yeah.
Couches, food stores, you're gonna see the store that's right on the money.
This week, Houchins Our Special Bacon, 99 cents for the 1-pound package. Houchins Our Special Potato Chips, 7.5-ounce bag, 69 cents. Look for the Houchins Our Special label, and you'll find a wide variety of quality items with prices that are right on the money.
At Houchins Food Store, you're gonna see the store that's right on the money.
Well, we've had an unusual occurrence, Larry. Coach Coy Meadows calling the radio station from the field house to let us know that the officials are here and getting ready to come out.
They got here about 5 to 7. They should be dressed in a few minutes. I don't know what their problem was, but rules from the Bowling Green Officials Association is you're supposed to be here an hour before game time. So something's gone wrong somewhere. I don't know what happened to them.
A few changes for Glasgow offensively tonight. Let's look at their starters. Chad Meadows, a quarterback, a 6-foot, 175-pound senior who wears number 11. Of course, the Scotties run from the pro set. The halfback is Channing Twyman, 5'10", 172-pound senior, wears number 22. Now, at the fullback position, normally Barrett Wright starts there. He'll be at a split end. And at the fullback position, two guys will alternate. Scotty Mitchell, a 6'3", 225-pound senior, wears number 33. Scotty usually plays a tight end. And also Jeff Kingery, number 30, will play at the fullback position. Will alternate with Scotty. Jeff is a 5'11", 165-pound sophomore. Offensive coordinator Scotty Jones says if the Scotties win the toss, they have the football first. Most likely you'll see Mitchell back there. If they're on defense first, of course, Mitchell is a bandit back. Kingery will start at that position when Glasgow touches the football.
Well, very unusual. I don't know why this is happening, but of course I know why they want Barrett Wright out at the receiver position to get a little bit more speed, because normally you can throw against Corbin. From the first time we played them in 1980, you could always throw against Corbin, and we did it successfully that year. We did it successfully last year, and the only 2 wins that we've had against them. And I think in the championship game in 1982, and most people will probably tell you if we'd thrown it like we did last year, I think we would have been the state champion.
Now, Marcus Britton eligible this week. I understand that he will be eligible next week, and that's good news. All right, the flankers, Corey Jackson, a 5'10", 150-pound senior, wears number 25. Barrett Wright, the split end, 6 feet, 195-pound junior, wears number 15. The tight end is Marcus Williams, number 82. Marcus is a 6'6", 215-pound senior. Left tackle, Brad Fleming, 5'9", 227-pound senior, wears number 75. The left guard, Jason Shaw, 5'8", 190 senior, wears number 61. The center, Stephen Hughes, a 6', 185-pound sophomore, wears number 51. We may see 2 players at guard. Mike Allen, who's done an outstanding job there, is dressed out. He's had a shoulder injury, Larry. He's a 6', 190-pound senior, wears number 62. If he doesn't go, Sonny Flatwell. Sonny's a 6', 161-pound senior. And Sonny wears number 5, but I believe on the offensive line he would have to change that jersey, would he not?
I think so, yeah. He'd have to get a number in the 50s or 60s.
So we'll watch for that on Glasgow's first offensive series. You know, Mike Allen had a couple of big quarterback sacks last week against C-Town.
Well, I hope Michael's not hurt very, enough to keep him out of the game for the rest of the year, but they were talking that way early in the week. Now, I don't know what's changed because he is dressed out.
Hey, he and Greg had a big birthday yesterday or Wednesday. We're going to celebrate it in fashion with the victory tonight. Scotty Vaughn's a right tackle, 5'9", 227-pound junior, who wears number 64. Chad Davis, the place kicker. Chad Meadows, the punter. Barrett Wright and Channing Twyman return kickoffs. So that's the Scotty offensive front, and they've got to keep Corbin out of the backfield, and they've got to give Meadows time to throw the football.
No doubt about that. I think that's our chance of beating them is to be able to throw the football successfully, and the number one thing that you got to do in the passing game is keep them off the quarterback.
I believe Coy Meadows is giving us some type of signal, and let's see if we can understand that. All right, the left defensive end for the Scotties, Sonny Flat, a 6', 161-pound senior, who wears number 5, as we said. Brad Fleming is a left tackle, 5'9", 227-pound senior, wears number 75. Jason Shaw is the nose guard. Carl Hunter, the right tackle, 6'2", 175-pound senior, wears number 59, and Marcus Williams is the right defensive end. Now, Glasgow's changed its defense a little bit. They've got 4 in the secondary now, Larry. Barrett Wright is the linebacker. Banded back is Scotty Mitchell as the Scotties race onto the field here at Ankroyd Stadium. The corners, Channing Plummet and Corey Jackson. The safeties, Chad Meadows and Richie Galjawan. I hope I pronounced that right, Henry. I think his mother told us how to pronounce his last name during Fans in the Stands, and is it Galjawan? Or is Galjaron? Galjaron.
There you go.
Roan. It looks like Juan with the W, but how about Roan right there? Richie will be at a safety position, Larry. 5'9", 155-pound sophomore. So Glasgow 4 in the defensive secondary.
Well, it's an unusual Corbin team. You don't usually see Corbin throw the football as much as they did last week against Bell County, and they had 5 interceptions. So hopefully they'll put it in the air, and we can pick off a few tonight.
Scotty's 9 players both ways. Defensively, they start 9 seniors, 1 junior, and 1 sophomore. Glasgow 197 up front defensively. Now with Platt in the lineup, they're 195 offensively. With Allen in the lineup, they are 205 offensively up front. Barrett Wright will return punts for the Glasgow Scotties. And when you face a ball club like Corbin, number 4 in Kentucky, one thing you cannot do, you cannot be charitable. You cannot give up the football early in the contest.
Well, you can't be charitable against anybody and win the football game. If we turn it over 5, 6, 7 times, we're not going to win the football game. Our only chance is to do things right offensively and do not turn the football over.
We will have scores from other games. Barron County, the most critical game of the season so far, battling Nelson County. Nelson County beat Barron by about 27 or 30 points last year, Larry. Barron on the road, they've won 2 in a row. And, it would be a big boost for Johnny Hines' team to get off to 1-0 in their district.
Yeah, it would be a big boost for Barron County to go on the road and win their first district game. That gives you a shot in the arm and a lot of emphasis going into the rest of the season.
All right, let's look at other area games before we take this timeout. Other area action tonight, LaRue County and Russell County going at it. Russell County's undefeated, but they've not played a team like LaRue County, not their caliber, I don't think. Allen County will play Hart County in the district. Monroe and Adair go at it. Clarksville High, Tennessee will battle Bowling Green. Logan County and Warren East. Boy, what a team for Greenwood to open its football stadium with. Warren Central.
That'll be tough, won't it?
Won't be easy. Central came back and played Bowling Green tough last week. Caverna faces Taylor County. Franklin against Portland, Tennessee. Greene County and Metcalf County. Todd Central plays Muhlenberg South. Scotty's dressed in blue tops and blue pants, trimmed in white with blue numerals. Corbin white tops, red numerals, gray pants with red stripes. The team standing at midfield will be back with the kickoff after this one message on WCLU Sports.
Have you ever watched The People's Court? Wouldn't it be much more interesting if you knew some of the people involved? That's what we thought, too. We've been taping Judge Benny Dickinson's Small Claims Court for several months and showing it on the Electric Plant Board's cable TV system. It's interesting, informative, and very habit-forming. Now you can be the judge. Watch Small Claims Court on Glasgow's cable TV system. Small Claims Court is just another way we're giving you the programming you want to see. Call 651-8341 today for free installation.
All right, I believe that Mike Allen will get the starting nod, Larry, on the offensive line for the Glasgow High Scotties at right guard, and that's good news. Coy, our conversation with Coy a little bit earlier this week indicated that Allen might be out for a while, but obviously he has responded to treatment on that shoulder injury, and it's good to see him in the lineup.
Yeah, Coy was motioning up here and putting up 6 and then 2, so I assume that's what he was trying to tell us.
I believe Sonny Platt will wear number 55 tonight, Larry, and you might make that change in the program. Glasgow Randall Cook.
Glasgow won the toss, elected to receive, Mr. Moody, so here we go.
All right, very good. Randall Cook will it be Larry Alexander who will give us a play-by-play description on the Lou Pinella-Rob Dibble wrestling match from last night.
What'd you say? I think the winner's going to take on, what'd you say his name? Kamala. Kamala.
Hey, Dibble's going to win. Dibble won that one. Don't worry about that.
All right. Tomorrow, Larry, University of Kentucky Wildcats battling Indiana. That should be a good one at Commonwealth Stadium.
I'm going to pick the Cats in that one. I think it's about time they win one.
U of L at Arizona State.
Well, I don't know anything about that. I wouldn't be surprised if Louisville going on the road and surprising everybody. But I'm going with Arizona State.
Western Kentucky and Western Illinois. Western having some off-the-field problems. A couple of players charged with assault earlier this week at an incident. And, Western just continues to have problems.
Yeah, they have problems. I think the problem started when they got out of OVC. That's when the problem started.
We will wait and let Larry make the key pick of the night, Tennessee and Florida, but we'll wait until halftime to keep you on the edge of your seat in Glasgow at Barron County in South Central Kentucky.
Nobody cares but you and Carl Napier and maybe Don Doty and Dan Moody.
And Coy Metz.
That's right, Coy Metz. That's right.
Nobody cares. What do you mean, Larry?
There's 5 or 6 around here that might care.
All right, 5 or 6. Goodness gracious. Corbin set to kick off. Glasgow moves to your right in the first quarter. The Red Hounds to your left. Matt Phillips, place kicker. Barrett Wright, he returned to kick off 95 yards against E-Town last week. Glasgow hopes to hold on to the football and take time off the clock. That's what Corbin's been able to do in the past. But this year, they don't mind throwing it. Homecoming 92 as we're set to begin this football game. Here's Phillips' kick. Line drive that is taken by an up back. Channing Klyman's got it at the 25. Klyman cuts to the outside, has it at the 30. Klyman dogs his way past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So pretty good field position for the Glasgow Scotties to start this drive. A low kick taken by Channing Klyman. 13-yard kickoff return. Scott Hart, a 5'2", 156-pound sophomore, makes the tackle. First and 10 for Glasgow at their own 33-yard line. Defensively, the Red Hounds 53 with 4 in the secondary. And let's see who's in the starting backfield for Glasgow High. Looks like the Jeff Kingery will start with Klyman as Chad Meadows rolls out to his left. Meadows is being chased. Here's a pass intended for Wright. Overthrown. He was open at the 40-yard line. It's incomplete. He had beaten his man, but Chad overthrew him by about 5 yards.
Chad threw that ball about 40 yards in the air off the dead run, and Marcus just couldn't catch up with it. He was wide open. He made his down and out move to the sidelines and then broke long, but the pass just overthrown.
So the pass intended for Barrett Wright on the left sideline. Incomplete. Suck it in 10 for the Scotties. Remember last year, Larry, Glasgow didn't have a lot of success running the football against Corbin.
That's right. That was a good way to start. Had that one been connected, that could have been a touchdown because he was out there by himself.
Toss sweep comes to Klyman. Tries to cut in a lot of traffic. Picks up 82 yards on the toss sweep. He and Kingery were lined up in the eye. The Scotties sent 2 receivers to the left, but the left side of Corbin's defensive front there. Willoughby, Sergeant Smith on that side, and the tackle was made by Jason Knoll, a 5'8", 228-pound senior. Gain of 1. 3rd and 9 for the Scotties, just short of the 35-yard line. No score, 11:07 left in the first period. Jackson's a wide out on the right side, Barrett Wright on the left. Backfield is split. Corbin, 4-man front defensively as Chad Meadows rolls out to his left. Good protection. Here's a pass caught by Barrett Wright. Wright has taken down, though, far short of the first down at about the 39-yard line. A safe pass, but Wright never got close to the yardstick. And though it's complete, Glasgow forced to punt after a pickup of about 3 or 4. And Glasgow fans not happy with the spot.
Well, he caught the ball up the other side of the 40-yard line, and they moved it back 3 yards inside the 40, so about the 37.
There was a snap way over Meadows' head, but flags are thrown, and I'm not sure what the indication is. Did Glasgow have too many men on the field?
Richie Garzarone was trying to get off the field, and he was already past the referee, and he threw the flag for some reason.
Sam Roy's having a discussion with one of the officials. Now the official waves the flag off, I believe. It is 4th and about 5 for the Scotties at the 39-yard line, 38.5-yard line. As Chad Meadows will punt from his own 20, or actually about the 24-yard line.
Well, Richie, he's a long snapper on the punt, and I don't know what the problem was. He was starting to go in, and the official threw the flag, and he just stood on the sideline, and then the coaches got involved, and he picked the flag up and waved it off, so I don't know what the problem was.
Corbin appears to be set up for the return. Wyatt and Willoughby standing at the 30. Here's a kick from Meadows. High boot. That will be taken at about the 30-yard line. And almost falling down, and indeed falling down at about the 27-yard line, is Eastep. I believe number 12, Eastep, returned that punt. So they inserted Eastep into the punt return team, and it was Wyatt and Eastep who were back at about the 25. Eastep falls down.
Easton on the
no return. 37-yard kick Well, actually a 1-yard return. So Corbin has it first and 10 at their own 26-yard line. And here come the Red Hounds, impressive in their first defensive series.
Yeah, they look good. It's going to be hard to run, especially up the middle on them. Looks like we're going to have to try to go outside.
Set up out of the wishbone here with one receiver split to the left. Scotties have a 5-man front. As Mauser, the handoff, and not much running room for the halfback who moves his way to about the 26-yard line, but not much more. And from the left halfback position, carrying the football, is Phillips. Really a loss of a yard. It was not Phillips, I believe it was Wyatt who carried it. Uncle Wyatt, 5'7", 152-pound senior. Loss of 1, second and 11. Stop made by several Scotties.
Number 15, Barrett Wright.
Backfield is now in the eye as Mauser. Handoff, here's the draw, and no running room that time for the second man. The tailback carried it. Matt Phillips hit at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Third and 11. So Corbin, they had very little success running up the middle against Bell County. And so far, the Scotties have shut their running attack down as Brad Fleming, a 5'9", 227-pound senior, makes the stop. Third and 11 for the Red Hounds. And it would be a big defensive boost if the Scotties could force them to punt.
Yeah, in a passing situation here now. Let's see if they put it in the air.
Eastep is the wide out on the left side. Backfield is in the eye. The flanker on the right side is Root as Mauser drops back. Mauser's being chased. Here's a pass. It is incomplete. Good rush by Carl Hunter. Pass intended for number 11. Frankie held it at the 40-yard line, and somebody got their hand on it. Was it Channing Twyman?
Channing Twyman.
And Mauser was within a half second of getting sacked.
Yeah, they had two. Carl Hunter was in his face, and I think it was Marcus Williams also.
Impressive defensive series for Coy Meadows' team.
Very good. Stopped the run twice and the pass once, so that's a good start defensively.
Officials timeout. 8:54 left first quarter. No score between the Scotties and the Red Hounds. The official called a timeout in the Corbin huddle.
We've got a equipment problem with Jason Shaw. That's what the referee was fixing his helmet there.
So the Scotties forced Corbin to punt. Here's Matt Phillips. He averaged 40 yards per kick against Bell County last week. Barrett Wright, the deep man, at the 30, and he needs to hang on to it. Low snap. Here's a kick. End over in Booth. Wright will take it, picks it up at the 40. Wright has it at the 45. Right at midfield. Wright, did he fumble it or did he hold on to it? There was a scramble. He is ruled down, and Wright gives Glasgow outstanding field position. Just short of midfield, first and 10. 36-yard punt. 11-yard return by Barrett Wright. Brought down by Wes Compton, a 5'7". Sean Russell, a 6'2", 274-pound senior. So near midfield, Larry, Glasgow gets a good exchange of punts here. They pick up about 15 yards.
Yeah, good field position right here. This is a fine place to start, so we need to get something going.
Slot at Kingery and Farman in the I formation. As Chad Meadows rolls out to his left. Here's a pass caught at the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6. Touchdown, Corey Jackson.
Boy, that was a slant right over the middle from the split-end position or flanker position that Corey plays. He hit him right dead on the numbers, about 15 yards downfield, and he just flipped the two safety men, and they couldn't catch him.
Coach Adams must be thinking deja vu. 50-yard pass play. That's where Glasgow killed Corbin last year. And just like that, the Scotties lead the number 4 AA team in Kentucky 6-0. 8:19 left in the first quarter. One play, 50-yard drive. Here's Chad Davis in to attempt the extra point. Now Jaron will snap, or rather Meadows will snap. The kick is blocked. Now Jaron holds. Davis's kick is blocked. That is only the second missed extra point this season for Glasgow High. I don't know who blocked that, but a big surge from Corbin's defensive front. 6-0. Glasgow leads Corbin. 8:19 left in the first quarter. We'll return after this message on WCLU Sports.
A lot of paving trucks roll through this area, but there's one name you'll see on the side of trucks that's here to stay, the Glass Paving name. Glass Paving is a locally owned company that invests in our community in so many ways, one of which is quality asphalt jobs that have built our best roads or made a perfect driveway for your neighbor. You see, quality is the key to our growth. From our very first job to our most recent, we've made sure of the quality. And since we're local, our customers customers have our guarantee that we stand behind every job. Best of all, know that you have one of the most respected paving companies in the state right here at home. Glass Paving, 651-3897.
Michael Wyatt is a deep man for Corbin at the 5-yard line. Chad Davis will kick. Barron County game has been delayed because of a thunderstorm up at Nelson County. Won't start for another 20 minutes.
That's one thing you won't get on the field with is lightning.
Chad Davis set to kick off. Scotty's lead 6-0, Larry. And again, Glasgow needs to make a statement defensively and get the football back. Corbin with other ideas. They'd like to charge down the field and take the lead.
Well, as we said in the postgame, in the pregame talk there, that we've always been successful passing the ball against Corbin. And boom, first play after a punt, touchdown.
And Chad has rolled out. Quick roll out to the left, and he's gotten some pretty good protection from the offensive line.
He's passed 3 times. He's rolled left every time. So evidently they think that's the weakest side pass rush.
Wyatt at the 15, Wyatt at the 20, Wyatt at the 25, Wyatt at the 30. Wyatt brings it
ball's on the ground.
There was a fumble, but Corbin hangs on to it at about the 31-yard line. So the Red Hounds will have it 1st and 10. 24-yard kickoff return for the Corbin Red Hounds. Several Scotties there to make the stop. A surge of blue, and Corbin will have it 1st and 10. Well, the ball was spotted back at about the 28. So apparently he was down or out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. He was not out of bounds because the clock is wound.
Well, the ball was fumbled, and they recovered it back behind where he was tackled.
Offensively, Larry, it looks like they're set up. A split backfield, and then there's a deep man behind him as Mauser rolls out to his left. Mauser, pretty good protection. Pass is caught. Taken down at the 39-yard line, just short of the first down, is the flanker, Frankie Helton. He didn't play football last year. He's an outstanding basketball player for Corbin.
He hurt his shoulder that time, too, when he hit the ground.
He was taken down by Barrett Wright. Barrett's second stop from his linebacking position.
Oh,
Helton is hurt.
He fell down before he got off the field.
We hate to see that because he is an outstanding athlete at Corbin High School.
Well, he caught the ball and had his side turned to Barrett, and Barrett hit him from the side and kind of drove him into the ground, and he hit full force right on that shoulder, on his right shoulder.
7:51 left, first quarter. Helton, the injured player, at the 35-yard line. Scotty's lead 6-0. Meadows 50-yard TD strike to Corey Jackson.
Well, it was a pretty play. It was just a slant pattern right over the middle, as we said, and evidently the linebackers were looking for run, and when they sucked in on the play, Corey was right there wide open, and Chad couldn't have hit him any better right on the numbers, and Corey split the safety people and outran them. They say Corey is the fastest man on the team in a sprint all the way to one end to the other.
Jason Estep replaces Helton. Good to see Helton walking off the field under his own power. Now, it looked like he hurt his left shoulder, Larry, but then he collapsed at the 35.
Yeah, it was his left shoulder instead of his right. I said right.
That pass play does cover 11 yards. The Red Hounds have it 1st and 10 at their own 40. Backfield is split. 2 wideouts on both sides. Phillips, there's a slot back on the right side. Estep on the left. Here's a handoff with the football. Punching his way past the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Sweeping right is Michael Wyatt, a 5'7", 152-pound senior. He lined up at a halfback position. Mauser gave him the football, and he picked up 3 yards. Barrett, Wright, and Scotty Vaughn making the stop. Mr. Wright has been right on with 3 defensive stops.
Well, this is good swarming defense by the Scotties tonight. This is the best that they've looked on defense, any defensive series that I've seen so far.
7:08 left, first quarter. Scotties lead Corbin 6-0. 2nd and 7. Red Hounds backfield split. Here comes a handoff, and wrapped up back at the 34-yard line is the back, and there's big Carl Hunter shooting through the gap.
Well, Carl Hunter has a lot of speed, and he's real quick off the ball. He'll get you a penalty every once in a while because he's too quick. But that time, boy, he got through there and got the man just as he made the pitch.
There's Scott Hart, 5'2", 156-pound sophomore halfback. Big Carl Hunter wraps him up for a loss of 6 yards. 3rd and 14 for the Red Hounds at their own 36-yard line. They send 2 receivers split to the right. That's Root and Estep. The backfield is split. Scotty's defensively with a 4-man front as Mauser drops back. Mauser is being chased. Mauser, here his pass is going to be picked off by Chetty Swanman. Swanman's got it at the 35-yard line. Mauser's not been on target tonight. Wyman with outstanding coverage. He deflected a pass on their first series, and that time he steps in front of the intended receiver Eastup and picks it off. So Corbin has turned it over for the first time tonight. Scotties have it first and 10. No return for Twyman. First and 10, Larry, at the 35-yard line. And this is the best 5 minutes of defense we've seen from Glasgow this year.
Well, that ball was badly underthrown. It was a takeoff pattern on the right side of the field. And Mauser went back and had plenty of time to throw. Didn't have much pressure that time, and he just lofted it up in the air. And he's throwing into the wind. I think the wind's coming from left to right here. And it just kind of hung up, and Channing Twyman turned and got a good look at the football, and he knew he had it from the time he turned around and looked at it and made the interception.
Looks like Brandon Ryan will replace Scotty Vaughn at right tackle. Brandon's a 6', 210-pound sophomore.
He's got an equipment problem, Scotty does. Something wrong with his shoulder pad.
The rain starts to fall here at Hank Royce Stadium. Backfield split, as are the receivers. Glasgow facing a 5-man front. Here comes the toss sweep to Channing Twyman. Tries to cut the middle. Twyman held on to the football, but got taken down at the 35-yard line. Corbin, a tough team to run against. The toss sweep got the Scotties nothing. Second and 10. Chad Adams, a 5'10", 193-pound senior. And Adams, one of those 3 linebackers in that 53 defense, makes the stop.
He's tough, too. He's about 193 pounds, and he can move, too.
Ingray and Twyman are in the split backfield. Receiver split left and right. Yes. Chad Meadows drops back, rolls out. Flag, I think someone might have been in motion for Glasgow. The flag comes from the linesman. No, it may be against Corbin. I'm not sure.
It came from the referee, didn't it, in the backfield?
I think Glasgow will be called for motion. Well, illegal procedure is a call. That's the first penalty tonight for the Scotties. Glasgow leads Corbin 6-0, 5:25 left in the first period.
Somebody moved in the backfield. It was either, I don't know whether it was Channing Twyman or I don't know who else is back there. I don't know, is Jeff in there or is it Scotty?
I believe Jeff Kingery is. No,
Scotty Mitchell.
Mitchell is now
one of those two.
Inserted into the backfield. Well, actually, there's, let's see, Mitchell and Twyman are in the backfield. Here's Chad Meadows, rolls out. Meadows gets away from pressure. Meadows will run the football, has it at the 30. Meadows popped at about the 35-yard line. So Meadows couldn't find a receiver open. Got the penalty back. Scotty still faced with 3rd and 10.
They had Marcus Williams open out in the flat, and also Corey Jackson was on the sideline. He could have gotten rid of it. I don't think they would have gotten any more yardage than what he got.
Eastup makes the stop from his cornerback position. 3rd and 10 for the Scotties at the 35. Jackson's a wide out on the right side, Barrett right on the left. Mitchell and Twyman in the split backfield. Red Hounds, 4-man front defensively. As Chad Meadows rolls out to his left. Good fake. Meadows. Pass is caught by Williams. Williams has the first down near midfield. 1st and 10, a big 3rd down conversion. Williams open in the middle. That's where Glasgow's had its success so far. Williams taken down at about the 49-yard line by Matt Phillips. Phillips' first stop. Ball spotted at the Scotty 49, 14-yard pass completion. Meadows threw for 29 yards last week. He's thrown for 69 here in the first quarter.
I'll tell you what, if he'd thrown the football like this, or we'd had a passing game like this last week, E-Town wouldn't have been on the same field.
First out of this game for the Scotties. Jackson and Barrett right, the wideouts on the right side. Glasgow in the I formation. Red Hounds 4-man front as Meadows rolls back to his right. Meadows looking for a receiver. Meadows trying to get out of traffic, but he'll be taken down at about the 46-yard line. Couldn't find an open receiver. Good coverage by the secondary, and a big sack for the Red Hounds. Loss of about 4, 2nd and 14. Stop made by Travis Smith, a 5'9", 255-pound senior, and Smith plays that nose position for Coach Adams' ball club.
Well, Chad again had some people to throw to. Evidently, the one that got picked off last week, that was Barrett right on the down and out. That was the same pattern, and he just didn't. He's getting a little gun shy on that pattern, I think. He's not letting it go.
4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Scotty's lead 6-0. Out of the split backfield, Meadows. Quick out comes to Wright. Wright has it at the 45. Wright has to midfield into Red Hound territory at the 49-yard line. Well, now the official steps back. Let's see where he's going to mark the football. I think he'll mark it right on the midfield.
We've only put one on the board and got a 6-0 lead, and we need to get something else going and get something on the board.
That's the end of the first quarter. The Scotties 6, the Red Hounds nothing. We'll return after this message on WCLU Sports.
Are you one of these folks that thinks all paint is alike, that no matter the brand, it's all the same with a different label? Boy, are you wrong. The Paint Corner in Glasgow is the home of Porter Paint, the paint company that professionals and smart homeowners trust for the longest wear and the easiest application. Porter Paint is on the edge of technology with their new Porter Set Paint, the paint that stops mold, mildew, and bacteria spread. When you use Portercept from the paint corner, a clean paint job takes on a whole new meaning. And don't forget the paint corner is this area's custom color center. We can mix the perfect match for any decor. Stop in at the paint corner on the Happy Valley Road. Open Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. for your convenience. The paint corner.
So far, a defensive struggle, but an outstanding first quarter for the Glasgow Scotties, leading Corbin 6-0. Meadows with a 50-yard touchdown pass to Corey Jackson.
If you're leading Corbin at the end of any quarter, it's an outstanding quarter.
Corbin's thus far not shown us much offensively.
No, they haven't. They've tried to throw the football. Of course, they had one intercepted. Channing Twyman intercepted one, and he's had one complete, I think, and they haven't had much of a ground game. They came out of the hole right there from the 1-yard line, but we still forced them to punt.
But we've also seen Glasgow unable to establish a run.
That's right. No running game as of yet.
Scotties move to your left in the second quarter. Redhounds to your right. Redhounds with 5 men up front defensively. The Scotties out of the split backfield. Wide out on the left side is Sean Livingston. He and Barrett Wright will alternate there. We have an official's timeout. Chet Kingery is in the backfield now. He and Scotty Mitchell are alternating there. Brian Vincent is a wide out on the right side, the flanker on the right side. 1st and 10 for the Scotties at their own 38. Chad Meadows calling the signals. Meadows rolls out to his right. Here's a pass. It's caught by Livingston at the 45. Livingston has it at midfield. Livingston still on his feet at the Corbin 47-yard line. Livingston's got good hands. We saw that in the Bowling Green game.
Yeah, Sean's a very good receiver. Got good hands. He's actually the backup quarterback to Chad Meadows.
Very safe pattern to the left sideline or the near sideline, Larry. You avoid the possibility of an interception.
Yeah, it was just a little out. He didn't take about 3 steps off the line of scrimmage and cut to the sidelines, and he got it to him real quick, and that's the key to it, getting it to him just as he makes his cut, and then let the receiver do his stuff on his own.
Shane Creekmore with the stop 14-yard pass completion for Glasgow High. Backfield split again at the Corbin 47. Here's a handoff to Channing Twyman. Has a hole at the 45. Twyman past the 43 to the 42-yard line off left tackle. That is probably the longest gain from scrimmage for the Scotties. Kingery is out. Mitchell is in. Gain of about 6. 2nd and 4 for the Scotties at the Corbin 42. Chris Shackelford with the stop. Now, if the Scotties can pop open for 4 or 5-yard gains, Larry, that will really help this offense.
Yeah, if we can get the running game going, that'll open up that passing game.
Livingston to wide out on the right side, Vincent on the left. Backfield split with Twyman and Mitchell. Corbin, 6-man front defensively as Meadows, quick drop. Here's a pass caught by Livingston. Livingston close to the first down at the 37-yard line. I think he's got it. There's a quick out to the opposite side. About a 5-yard gain. It's going to be close to the first down. It depends where they spot it. I thought that his forward progress had carried him to the 37. Now they've moved it back to the 38-yard line.
They've moved it twice.
But they still give Glasgow the first down. Well, it's got to be at about the 37 and a half.
Well, see, they moved the ball a couple times, rolled it around, and evidently already had the first down because if you're going to measure the first down, you're not supposed to move the football.
Pass completion of 5 yards. So Meadows thus far has thrown for 93 yards. He is 6 of 8 in the passing department. Backfield split for the Scotties. Redhounds 5-man front as Meadows rolls out to his left. Here's a pass overthrown intended for Vincent. He was open at the 30, but Chad overthrows him. Also Williams, a receiver, and Livingston, all 3 in the same area, 2nd and 10.
Marcus Williams was the one that was wide open. He was in the middle of the field. Vincent came down out to the sidelines, and Marcus came from his tight end on the right side and came through and found the hole in there, but he couldn't get it to him.
What does Coach Adams do defensively to stop this pass? Does he get a bigger rush on Meadows?
Yeah, he's got to get a bigger rush. He's moving. He's not dropping straight back. He's moving right or left every time.
Redhounds, 5 men up front. Here's a handoff to Twyman. Tries to cut to the outside. Twyman has it at the 35. Twyman cuts past the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Did you notice that Corbin had 5 men on the line of scrimmage, and then they had 4 or 5 linebackers almost? They were playing the pass, or at least trying to give Meadows some problems if he threw it. Twyman cuts free for about 3. 3rd and 7 for the Scotties at the Corbin 34. Chad Adams' 3rd stop. A big 3rd down play right here as Jackson's a wide out on the left side. Sean Livingston on the right. Backfield is split. Corbin 5 men up front as Meadows drops back. Here's Meadows' pass. It is incomplete. Intended for, I think, Livingston on the right side at about the 29. And the Scotties faced with a big call right here. 4th and 7 at the Corbin 34-yard line.
Well, it looks like we're going to punt again. Here comes Richie in to do the center. I'm kind of surprised that they're going to punt from this position. That we may look for something here.
10-10 left first quarter. Scotties lead Corbin 6-0. Meadows set to punt at the 45. He's up as the deep man standing at his 10-yard line. Here's the snap. Kick from Meadows. End over Inboot. Tries to angle it. And it does go out of bounds. Down at about the 6-yard line. So Corbin has simply not had good field position. Credit Meadows, but not a long punt, but a good one.
A good punt. It was angled toward the sidelines. It took just about a 90-degree bounce when it got there, and right out of bounds at the 6.
28-yard punt. That's not the important number. The important number, the 6-yard line for Corbin, and the Redhounds want a timeout. 10:03 left first quarter. Scotty 6, Corbin nothing. We'll return after this message on WCLU Sports.
Dr. Chris Stewart believes in our schools, and with good reason. Even long before he started his dental practice in Cave City, Chris Stewart was involved in school support and activities. He knows that dedication and hard work not only make a great team, but a great individual. Chris Stewart has shown that in his work as a dentist, in his dedication to his community, and hard work as a civic leader. And that's why Chris Stewart continues to support our youth and our community by sponsoring this broadcast, because Chris Stewart knows that the best way to a better tomorrow is to invest in teaching leadership today. Best of luck from Dr. Chris Stewart.
First quarter. A thunderstorm still in Nelson County, and the Barron County-Nelson County game, they hope will start in 15 minutes. A lot of lightning up there. They hope it will start in 15 minutes. Adair County at the end of one quarter, leading Monroe County 7-0. So Adair County on top of Monroe, 7-0, boys. That would be a big victory for Sam Clark's team if they could beat the Indians. Adair County already 2-0 in the district.
Yeah, Adair County is probably the one that's going to challenge the Scotties for the district championship.
Well, the Corbin Redhounds have it 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line. They got a first down during their last series when they started at the 1, but they were unable to get a second first down. Here comes Jody Mauser, the junior quarterback, leading his team up to the line of scrimmage. The ends are tight. Here's a handoff. Just plowing up the middle to about the 9-yard line. Here's a halfback. It might have been Phillips carrying the football. I think it was. Matt Phillips. Phillips, 5'10", 205-pound senior halfback. They'll line up out of the split backfield, maybe out of the eye. I don't know if we'll see any eye bone from them or not. I understand Russell County runs out of the eye bone. Pick up a 2nd and 7. Jason Shaw's first stop. The ends are tight. They're not sending anybody out. Larry backfield is in the eye as a handoff with the football and some pretty good running room up to the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. I believe Phillips carried the football, and he may have a first down. He's going to be close. Stop made by Barrett Wright, his 6th. A first down for Corbin. They may try the old smash mouth football, old-fashioned one.
Well, that's what they've done the best. They came out from the 2 1-yard line down here a few minutes ago and moved it out to about the 28 just on the ground. And they've moved it out from the shadow of the goalpost down here on the ground.
They picked up 7 on that play. Scotty's defensively, 6-man front. Mauser, handoff. Up the middle, nudging this way to about the 18 or 19-yard line. Might have been Phillips again. Phillips has carried it 3 straight times. Looked like he almost tripped behind the line of scrimmage. Picks up 3, 2nd and 7. So the Scotties now aligning their defense, getting signals from Coach Sam Royce. And they'll have to play the run a little bit more as the ends are set tight now. A double tight end set for Corbin.
Yeah, it looks like Corbin's set up to run old Corbin football here.
2nd down, 7. Backfield in the eye with the slot. And somebody might have been in motion.
Penalty marker on the play.
Might have been Phillips. Or not Phillips, but maybe.
Well, there was movement on both sides, but I think it was on the offense first.
You're right. 5-yard step-off against Corbin. 2nd and 12 for the Redhounds. That's their first penalty tonight.
Speaking of lightning, I see some in the distance.
Don't say that, Kaywood. I'm sorry, Larry McAlexander. 8:33 left first half. Scotty's up 6-0.
Kaywood's fine.
All right.
I like it. I like Kaywood.
2nd at about 12. So another big offensive series for Coach Adams' team. They've got the football at the 14. Again, they have a double tight end set. The Scotties, defensively, with 6 men at the line of scrimmage. Full house backfield. Mauser calling the signals. Mauser, handoff with the football. Wyatt, he's got a hole at the 25. Wyatt ridden down at the 27-yard line, and they'll be close to another first down. I believe they'll have it. So a good pickup for Michael Wyatt. Picks up about 13 at a first down for Corbin. Looked like the Scotties might have had him back near the line of scrimmage. Marcus Williams, his second stop.
Somebody did have him. Somebody had him for about a 1 or 2 yard gain, and then he just broke out of the pack. He didn't quit, and Marcus Williams had to run him down from behind.
Again, they have a double tight end set. The backfield, almost a full house backfield. Glasgow's 9 men at the line of scrimmage. Here's a handoff, and taken down at about the 30-yard line is Scott Hart. Hart's a freshman. Weighs 156. Gains about 3, second and 7. Barrett Wright, 7th stop. You know, Corbin scored on their first drive last year against the Scotties and took about 8 minutes off the clock. And Glasgow scored on their first play. On about a 70-yard touchdown pass, I think?
Something like that, 63 yards or 67 yards.
Again, they're out of the full house backfield. Mauser calling the signals. Here's a handoff. Wyatt, oh, he's got some room, running room at the 40. Wyatt at the 45. Wyatt at the 50. 45, 40, 35. Wyatt taken down at the 31-yard line. Well, he's an outstanding runner. And he finds that hole, and Channing Wyman runs him down at the Scotty 32-yard line.
Hadn't been for Channing Wyman's speed, Mr. Wyatt would have been off to the races because there wasn't anybody else going to catch him.
He almost runs into a crowd and out of a crowd.
Well, he was tackled. Looked like he was down again over on the left side, and people are kind of reaching out and trying to arm tackle him and not putting him on the ground. And he broke out of the pack and then cut back against the grain and came back to the right side of the field.
A 38-yard run. That's their 5th first out of this game. Again, the ends are tight. Here's a handoff, and taken down back at the 35-yard line is Scott Hart. Boy, Carl Hunter, what does he mean to that defense?
Boy, it's good to have him in there and have him healthy. I don't want to jinx him, but he's hasn't played a full game yet. But when he's in there, it makes a lot of difference.
Loss of 4. Hart from his right halfback position. Tried to cut left, but he was cut down. He was at the 35.
He was actually held, I believe, and he got the tackle. The guy was tackling him, holding him, pulling him off, and he still made the tackle.
He steps a wide out on the left side. Backfield is split with the slot back. Here's Mauser. He'll try to keep the football. Mauser has it at the 30. Mauser at the 25. Mauser taken out of bounds. Good running room. Let's see where the ball is spotted. Down at about the 26 or 27-yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
Mauser on the quarterback keeper.
Well, the officials having a discussion. And let's see, do we have a flag?
Marker on the play.
There's a flag dropped. And let's see what the indication is. Holding the call against Corbin.
Indicated against Corbin.
That will take the Redhounds back a few steps. Now let's see where the penalty is marked from.
Okay.
Last week it was marked from a different location.
Yeah, and 15 yards was marked off for holding. This time it's going to be from the spot of the foul. And I believe he marked 15 too.
I thought holding was 10 yards. Back at the 43. So let's see, that penalty.
Holding is a 10-yard penalty.
A 10-yard penalty. But if he marked it off from the spot of the foul, he marked it off 15 yards.
He marked off 15. He must have went from the line of scrimmage.
Here's Mauser on the quarterback keeper. Mauser has it at the 35. Mauser brought down at that point. That's a 3rd and long. They had it at the 43. Mauser's a tough customer, running that triple option. Barrett Wright, he'll certainly be the defensive player.
Barrett got in a little late. I think that was Channing that made the initial hit, Channing Twyman.
Gain of 8. Big 3rd down play for Corbin. 3rd and 14 at the Scotty 35. 5:55 left. First half, Glasgow leads Corbin 6-0. Double tight end set for the Redhounds. They started this drive at their 6-yard line. Full house backfield. Glasgow, 6 men on the defensive line. Mauser calling the signals. Mauser, handoff comes to Hart. Hart tries to get to the outside. Hart has it at the 30. Hart at the 25. Hart stopped at about the 25 or 26-yard line. He'll be short of the first down instead of 4th and short. And he cut to the outside, and that time he turned the corner. Let's see where the officials spot the football. They spotted back. Well, Glasgow got a break. They spotted back at about the 28-yard line. I thought he was cut down at the 24 or 25, Larry.
Well, I think he stepped out of bounds back up there.
Pickup of 7. Taken out of bounds by Corey Jackson. 4th and 6 for the Redhounds. backfield right here. 5:30 left in the first half. Timeout called by Corbin. That's the second of this game. Second of this half.
Timeout, Glasgow.
Well, the referee pointed toward Corbin. The umpire pointed toward Glasgow. Let's see who's officially charged with the timeout. I guess the Scotties.
Glasgow.
5:32 left first half. Glasgow up 6-0. Back after this message on WCLU Sports.
Announcing the twice-as-nice trade-up CD only from Transfinancial Bank.
What's so nice about it?
Well, invest as little as $1,000 for 36 months, then sit back, relax.
Oh, no, I've got to worry about rates. Am I getting the best rate? What if it goes up and I'm locked in too low? You know, there's a lot to worry about.
Not with the twice-as-nice CD from Transfinancial. First, you're earning today's competitive rates. And if rates go up, you can trade up to a higher rate. Not once, but twice.
Oh, that is nice. But what if rates go down? Shouldn't I start worrying then?
Nope. Your rate can never go down because it's locked in. It can only go up.
Twice.
Right. It's the twice-as-nice trade-up CD only from Transfinancial Bank. Your source for all the financial services to make your life easier. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Transfinancial Bank, we want to help. We want to help.
Isn't that nice?
Big fourth down play for Corbin. Fourth at about 6 at the Scotty 27-yard line. They're lined up out of the full house backfield. Glasgow stacks about 6 men at the line of scrimmage as Mauser calling the signals. Mauser, long count. Flag is dropped, and the Scotties may have jumped offside. Let's see. And if so, yes, Glasgow offside. That sets up fourth and a little over a yard. Oh, that's a big penalty.
Well, that's tough. That's fourth down and 6. Now it's going to be fourth and about 1.
Fourth and a long one. Well, no. Short. Just about 1. Unfortunate penalty. That is only Glasgow's second of this game. They've been penalized twice for 15 yards.
That's the big penalty. Only 5 yards, but it's a big one.
Mauser, handoff. Phillips, he's got the first down at Moores. He crunches past the 20 to about the 16-yard line. And Corbin keeps the drive alive. They're beginning to knock at the Scotty door, trailing 6-0 with 5:27 left in the second quarter. So a big fourth down conversion helped by a 5-yard penalty. Corey Jackson went to stop. First and 10 for the Scotties. For the Redhounds at the Scotty 17-yard line. Again, the ends are tight. Backfield in the wishbone. Mauser, quick call as Phillips bangs his way past the 15 to about the 13 or 12-yard line. Boy, that was a quick snap, Larry. Someone might have been in motion that time.
It looked like somebody moved in the backfield a little early.
Pickup of about 4. Second and 6. That's pickup by Phillips. He's carried it 7 times for 26 yards. Richie Gajarwan with the stop. Second and 6 for Corbin at the Scotty 12-yard line. Here's Mauser. Handoff with the football. Bringing it past the 10-yard line is Michael Wyatt. That's up third down for Corbin.
For the Scotties.
You know, the Scotty defense is not doing a bad job other than the 38-yard run. Corbin's had to earn their yardage as Barrett Wright makes his 8th tackle. Pickup of about 2, third at about 4 for Corbin. Timeout called by the Redhounds. 4:26 left, second period. With Glasgow leading Corbin 6-0, but the Redhounds at the Scotty 10-yard line. We'll return after this message on WCLU Sports.
Tell me what you want, it's yours. Tell me what you need, it's yours. Anything we can do for you. Anything you need.
The breakfast you want is yours at McDonald's right now. With a sizzling sausage biscuit for just 79 cents or a breakfast burrito for just 99 cents.
What you want is what you get. Every day in every way. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Try a 79-cent sausage biscuit or 99-cent breakfast burrito. Plus tax prices may vary. Get into a participating McDonald's for breakfast right now.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
This is Corbin football at its best. Third and about 4 at the Scotty 10-yard line.
Kept the ball on the ground the whole time. Of course, the penalty has aided them also.
Mauser all in the signals. Here's a handoff to Phillips. Cuts outside. Phillips struggling for the first down. He's got it, and a lot more past the 5 to about the 4-yard line.
The ball carrier for Corbin.
And Scotty appears to be injured back at the 10. And Paul Hunter gets up slowly. I think he's all right. And the Redhounds have it first and 10. First and goal for Corbin at the Scotty 3-yard line. 4:20 to go in the first half. Glasgow 6-0 lead in jeopardy right here, Larry.
Yeah, they just moved the football all the way down the field. They started on their 6-yard line, and they've taken it all the way down, aided by a penalty, but only a 5-yard penalty that got them close to a 4th down play.
Backfield in the wishbone. Mauser at the 3-yard line. Here's a handoff, and inching his way into the end zone. Matt Phillips. And we're tied at 6. As Corbin scores on a 94-yard drive, they convert a big 4th down play. And Coach Larry Cotton Adams, his ball club tied with the Glasgow Scotties at 6. 4:16 left in the first half. That's old-fashioned Corbin football right there. They just banged it out on the ground. Not a single pass in that drive.
No, that was Corbin football right there. You said it at its best. They just ran right over. We had them 4th and 6 there at one time, and the offsides penalty got it to 4th and 1, and they made it easily, and then just took it right on in the end zone.
Phillips will be in to attempt the extra point. Take it a long time. I don't know if they'll call a timeout or not. The 25-second clock is on. And they are very close to a 25-second call. The official starting to count the time. Here's a kick. It is going to be short. Might have been partially blocked. Kick is no good. Did somebody get their hand on it, or did he just?
Well, Scotty Mitchell was in there, but I don't think he got a hand on it. I think he just missed it.
Tied at 6, the Redhounds and the Scotty Phillips with a 3-yard run. 4:16 left, second quarter. We'll return after this message on WCLU Sports.
Hello, Americans. Stand by for news. Well, not since the Great Depression has America witnessed such a resounding comeback. America is winning again because that's what we Americans do. We always win. Well, Square Deal Lumber is certainly doing their part in the great American comeback by keeping our prices at a premium low. No national chain that I know of can come close to matching the staying power of Square Deal Lumber. After all, they've been a proud part of this area, a Kentucky landmark, since 1891. Over 100 glorious years of serving you, Kentucky. And, Square Deal says it's been a pleasure, too. Square Deal Lumber Company, 4 locations, Park City, Cave City, Horse Cave, and, of course, the Glasgow location. Visit Square Deal Lumber Company, will you?
Here's a little pathway to Scotty Mitchell. Mitchell brings it past the 35 to the 37-yard line. Let's see, did Channing Twyman picked it up, pitched it back to Barrett Wright. Then Scotty Mitchell got the pass from Barrett Wright. Mitchell takes it to the 38-yard line, and there's a flag. We may have a late hit, personal foul against Corbin.
Yeah, somebody had somebody in a headlock up here, and when the whistle blew, they threw him to the ground, and I think we got a personal foul.
Personal foul against Corbin. Corbin fans not happy about that call.
Shades of the Washington Redskins and Desmond Howard. That was the same play that Washington used this weekend against Atlanta.
That's right. A 15-yard penalty, and will give the Scotties a football in Redhound territory. And if you're a Scotties fan, you'd like to see Glasgow bounce back with the score before the end of the half. Certainly keep it long enough to at least make Corbin have to drive a long way to take the lead.
That's right. Keep it long enough, at least if you don't score, to not let Corbin have a chance to put anything else on the board.
That return, 15 yards. Look at one of the officials racing back to his position. Here's a handoff up the middle with the football, bullying his way past the 45 to about the 43-yard line. It's Jeff Kingery. Kingery blasts past the 45 to about the 43-yard line. Pick up of about 3, second and 7. Glasgow trying to take, I think, a little bit of time off the clock, Larry, as well as obviously move the football. But if they do have to punt it, they don't want to give Corbin a lot of time. Jason Noel with his second tackle. Scotties have had some success through the air. Jackson the wide out on the left side. Barrett Wright on the right side. As a quick out comes to right. He'll try to make a one-on-one move, cuts to the 45. Barrett Wright taken down at about the 42 or 43-yard line on the right sideline. Half play doesn't pick up much. Stop made by Jason Easter, his fourth tackle. Pickup of only a yard. Just a quick out pass. 3rd and 5 for the Scotties at the Corbin 43-yard line.
Look for something else off of that. They have a pass off of that play right there where they raise up and hit Barrett, and then he throws the long pass.
Backfield is split. Corbin, 8 men. The line of scrimmage. Here's Metis being chased. Metis' pass is caught by Corey Jackson, taken down at the 32-yard line. Pass is complete, and the Scotties have it 1st and 10, and that middle has been open. And when you've got 8 or 9 stacked within 5 yards, Larry, and you've only got 2 or 3 back in the defensive secondary, you're going to face that situation. Pass completion of 11 yards. Shane Creekmore's second stop. I think Meadows has thrown for 103 yards in this contest.
Well, Corey Jackson is finding the holes and getting himself open. That was a little thing off of that pass play that he scored on earlier, except it was a little hook pattern right in the middle.
Meadows rolls out to his right. Got plenty of time. Meadows passes for Jackson. Oh, he was open, and it's overthrown at the 7-yard line.
That's Spencer Box's favorite pass play right there. He scored touchdowns on that last year about 4 or 5 times. You send 2 receivers to the right side of the field, and he comes from the other side, and he splits the middle, and he was wide open. He just overthrew.
2nd and 10 for the Scotties at the Corbin 32-yard line. 2:20 to go in the first half. Glasgow and Corbin tied at 6.
That was a good shot for a touchdown there. That ball was just slightly overthrown. Had he had it down there in his hands, he could have stepped into the end zone.
The official says timeout, Corbin. That is their 3rd timeout. Tied at 6. 2:20 left, first half. We'll return after this message on 14 Karat Go Sports.
You can save more every day with Houchins' Our Special brand items. Houchins offers you over 100 quality items at everyday low prices. Stop by and see our brand new Our Special items, such as Houchins' Our Special peanut butter in the 18-ounce jar, just $1.29.
You're gonna see the store that's right on the money.
14 Karat Go, WCLU, Glasgow, Kentucky. The Glasgow Scotties and the Corbin Redhounds are tied at 6. Join us for Ask the Coach, live from McDonald's Restaurant. At 8:30 tomorrow morning, then we'll have the replay of tonight's Barron County, Nelson County game. That game delayed by at least 1 hour because of lightning in Bardstown. 2nd and 10 for the Scotties at the Corbin 32. No more timeouts for Corbin. Wide outs on both sides for the Scotties. Backfield is split. It's Chad Metis. Quick out. Here's Barrett Wright. He's got it. Wright takes the tackler past the 26 to about the 25-yard line. That will set up 3rd and short for the Scotties, and that's the situation they wanted to get in, Larry, where they would have 2 downs for short yardage. Of course, Chad Davis can knock a field goal from this distance. It is 3rd and a short 3 at the Redhound 25. Jody Mauser with the stop. 8-yard pass completion. A minute 52 left in the first half.
Well, it would be a long field goal. Chad's definitely got the leg for it, but he'd be kicking into the wind a little bit, I think.
Backfield split. Meadows calling the signals. Chad rolls out to his right. Meadows being chased. Meadows will try to keep the football. Now let's see if he can throw it. The pass is going to be incomplete. At about the 12-yard line, Meadows did a good job to get rid of it. He was being pressured back at about the 27. So now, Glasgow faced with 4th and a long 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, number 3, Jeff Root, really played good pass defense that time because he had Barrett Wright. They had the old takeoff pattern going down and out and long. And when he made the out pattern, he kind of broke with him, and then he just ran stride for stride with him, and Chad couldn't get rid of it. That's the primary receiver right there.
Glasgow calls a timeout. We'll hold it here, Larry. This is a big 4th down play for the Glasgow Scotties. They want to keep this drive alive. This is the 2nd time that they've been in Corbin territory, and if they don't convert here, it will be the 2nd time they've come up empty.
Well, I guess they're trying to decide what play they want to run. I guess they're going to go for it. I don't think they'll let Chad kick the field goal. Try to kick from here. That's ball's on
42 yards.
Yeah, 42 yards. That's a pretty good distance into the breeze that's blowing. It's not a big breeze, strong breeze.
It would be at an angle too, I think.
Right, like it should have been last week.
1:34 left. We'll have scores from some area games. Mr. Chris Leaf will have our halftime activity for us, as we'll find out who the homecoming queen is. Always a lot of excitement. Homecoming at GHS.
Always a lot of excitement. You never know who's going to. It's going to be a senior, more than likely.
By the way, the Scotty Band will have their show performance after this ball game. That's assuming that we don't have some thunderstorms before it's all said and done.
We see lightning back in the northwest back here now.
Scotties will go for it. 4th and a long 2 at the Corbin 25-yard line. And let's look at Corbin's defense, Larry. Let's read their defense and see how many they have within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Glasgow's got them spread out a little bit. Backfield is split. Chad Meadows calling the signals. Receivers split left and right as Meadows, long count. Meadows throws out to his right. Here's a pass. It is incomplete, and Glasgow can't convert on 4th and short. Pass intended for Barrett Wright, and the Red Hounds hold the Scotties.
Thrown just a little high, right off his fingertips. He had to jump to try to get it and couldn't haul it in.
So Corbin, a minute and a half to drive 75 yards for the score. They have no more timeouts.
Well, unless they break a big, long run, which we hope they don't, they'll have to put the football in the air to get in scoring position.
Here come the Red Hounds. They've got a wide out on the left side. Jason Eastep. Bowser is the quarterback. Backfield is split with a slot back. Phillips and Okuma are in the backfield. Here's a handoff. Here's Mauser. Mauser gets past Carl Hunter. Mauser has some running room. Mauser past the 30 to the 35-yard line. Picks up the first down. Corbin is getting set very quickly, and someone almost did motion again. Pickup of about 12 by Mauser.
We're making good penetration into the backfield after the ball carrier, and we can't bring him down in the backfield. He's getting out and then getting good yardage.
At the 37-yard line, the stop made by Jason Shaw. They've got wideouts on each side. Hart on the near side. Eastep on the left side. Backfield is in the eye. Scotties have a 5-man front defensively. Here's Mauser. Draw. Handoff. Phillips. Not much running room there to about the 38-yard line. On the draw, 55 seconds left of the first half. Corbin and Glasgow tied at 6. Scotty scored on a 50-yard pass from Chad Meadows to Corey Jackson. Red Hounds scored earlier in this quarter. Matt Phillips on a 3-yard run, capping a 94-yard drive. Brad Fleming's third stop. Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. Again, they're out of the I formation with receivers on both sides. 5-man front for the Scotties as Mauser drops back. Mauser pump fake. Mauser is sacked, and the pass is incomplete. And had a Scotty been close, Glasgow might have had a chance to pick that one off. There is a flag at the 37-yard line. There's 27 seconds to go in the first half. A flag at the 37 on the far side, and the indication from the official will be, let's see.
He's talking to
against
Glasgow.
Corbin, I assume.
Casey Thomas made that hit on the quarterback just as he got rid of the football.
Illegal participation in the call?
12 illegal participation.
Now, is that a loss of down, Larry?
Illegal. It's a 15-yard penalty. If he plays, if he participates, I know it's 15-yard penalty. I don't know whether it's loss of down or not.
I'm thinking it is in college football. I'm not sure about high school. It is a loss of down, is it not?
No.
It is not.
No.
All right. So the officials discussed it with the Glasgow High Scotties. There's 27 seconds left. Illegal participation is a call. Penalty declined. 3rd down for Corbin. Timeout called by Glasgow High.
Timeout, Glasgow.
Tied at 6. The Corbin Red Hounds and the Glasgow Scotties. We'll return after this message on WCLU Sports.
Are you tired of a snowy TV picture? We were too. If you've got cable TV service with the Glasgow Electric Plan Board, you already know how great the reception is, but there were just a few channels we weren't quite satisfied with. We adjusted our antennas, and now the channels that we pick up off the air look even more clear than they did before. You see, with the Electric Plan Board, being just good enough is not good enough for us or for you. You deserve excellent service, and that's what we provide. Call us at 651-8341 24 hours a day for free installation. You will see the difference.
Timeout remaining. Corbin has none. Corbin stops Glasgow moments ago on 4th and short at the Redhound 25-yard line. Scotties have had some success through the air. Corbin had lots of success on the ground during their last drive. Right now, they're faced with 3rd and 7 at their own 38.
Well, I don't think we'll be able to get the football back unless they try to throw right here and pick up the first down. It's 3rd and about 8, and I kind of look for them to run it out now.
Well, a good first half for both ball clubs.
Yeah.
You've got to be encouraged if you're a Glasgow fan.
Well played first half. After last week's game, which was disappointing to everybody, and not taking a lot away from each end because they played well also, but we've played a whole lot better this week.
All right, they're out of the I formation. Well, now they move into a split backfield, almost not the I bone, but half of it. Here's Mauser on the quarterback keeper. Fell down at the 38-yard line. Let's see if Glasgow will use time out here.
I don't think they've got any.
Oh, I thought they had one. I guess not.
Oh, that was their third.
All. So it's 4th at about 9, a loss of a yard, and that's going to end the first half, Larry. And this game will be tied at 6.
I think they were probably hoping Corbin would throw the football and stop the clock, and then they could get it on change of possession.
Glasgow and Corbin tied at 6. Quick analysis from the first half.
Well, as you said before, it's a well-played first half. Glasgow had one penalty that hurt them on the drive. It gave Corbin a touchdown. We've thrown the ball well. I think Chad's had a very good first half. The receivers are getting open, and I think if we can continue to do that, we can score some more points. But Corbin is showing the prowess on the ground, and that's what scares you.
Let's ask our 14-carat Go to McDonald's halftime trivia question quickly. 651-9149 is the number to call. If the line's busy, just hang with us. If you've not won so far during the football season, you're eligible. Larry?
All right. Glasgow football again, the topic tonight. This is a question that was given to us by Glasgow Scotty fan. Okay. What 2 Glasgow football players played the same position at Glasgow High School, played in the same conference when they were in college, and are now in the same profession as adults? What 2 Glasgow football players played the same position in high school, played in the same conference in college, although in different years, and are now in the same profession as adults?
All right, 651-9149 is the number to call. Larry, if you would take that microphone and put it toward Chris Leaf. We are not going to take a timeout right now because we are going to begin our festivity for homecoming, and we will not have time to take a break right here. We want to go to Chris Leaf, but if we can get that microphone close to him, we will indeed begin our halftime activity with the homecoming. We have a microphone on the stand right there, and we will bring that microphone close to Chris Leaf, and he will begin our halftime activity right here. Homecoming 92 at Glasgow High, and he will wait for just a moment for the band to make a formation here on the field. We will be taking a break for our sponsors here in a few moments, and the rain, here it comes, and Henry Royce is right out in it. I'm glad you're out there, Henry, and I'm not. I'm glad we're in this covered press box here. Now let's see if Chris Leaf is ready, or will be here in just a moment. Ready with the halftime activity. I will tell Henry that I will make a quick change here on the microphone, and Henry do a technical adjustment here. Now, Henry, I believe we can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you could, because we hope to be able to talk to the Queen, whoever it may be tonight, Jim, and it's interesting from this vantage point here on the track to see all the sea of umbrellas that just went up.
All right, very good. Now, I believe we are just about ready here for Chris Leaf, and the umbrellas, Larry, come out just as soon as the festivity begins.
Just as soon as the girls and gentlemen all dressed up get out on the field, here comes the rain.
All right. Now they will start the procession here, and let's see if we can pick up Chris Leaf here in the press box, and he will be announcing the names of the candidates, their escorts. A lot of good information for us here on 14-karat gold.
It's Megan Harris. Megan is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Mike Harris. The crown bearer is Alex Belcher. Alex is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Johnny Belcher. candidates representing the freshman class. Susan Bryant. Susan is the daughter of Charles and Wanda Bryant. Escorting Susan is Kelly Kearney. Kelly is the son of Gary and Bonnie Kearney. Kara Furlong. Kara is the daughter of Tommy and Sherry Furlong. Escorting Kara is Adam Whiteside. Adam is the son of Dr. Jim and Mary Whiteside. Peterson. Joanna is the daughter of Butch and Georgia Peterson. Escorting Joanna is Adam Gibson. Adam is the son of Danny and Miriam Gibson. And now, the sophomore candidate. Allie is the daughter of MD and Linda Armstrong. Escorting Allie is Chuck Hodges. Chuck is the son of Susie Gill. Beth Johnson. Beth is the daughter of David and Jania Johnson. Escorting Beth is Josh Underwood. Josh is the son of Buddy and Ann Grant Underwood. Emmy Witcher. Emmy is the daughter of Marvin and Janet Witcher. Escorting Emmy is Hugh Meyer. Hugh is the son of Hugh and Bonnie Meyer. And now, the junior candidate. Taylor Bale. Taylor is the daughter of Philip and Kristen Bale. Escorting Taylor is Gilman Peterson. Gilman is the son of Butch and Georgia Peterson. Jamie Furlong. Jamie is the daughter of Tommy and Sherry Furlong. Escorting Jamie is Les Bale. Les is the son of Lester and Tara Bale. Heather is the daughter of Ralph and Roxanne Strout. Escorting Heather is Jared Basinger. Jared is the son of Bob and Paula Paisley. And now, the senior candidate. Brandy Judd. Brandy is the daughter of Earl and Terry Judd. Escorting Brandy is Greg Allen. Greg is the son of J.D. and Patty Allen.
Just to let you folks know, it is now pouring down hard here at Hank Roy Stadium, Scotty Field. Hardest shower we've had in probably 7 or 8 hours today.
Lori Eaton. Lori is the daughter of Larry and Brenda Eaton. Escorting Lori is Kevin Troxel. Kevin is the son of Keith and Joan Troxel. Ashley is the daughter of Larry and Paul Kingery. Escorting Ashley is Tyler Cundiff. Tyler is the son of Mike and Patsy Cundiff. Captain Chad Meadows, Marcus Williams, and Jason Shaw will have the honor of crowning the Queen. And now, for the 1992 Glasgow High School Very Wet Homecoming Queen is Ashley Kingery.
So Ashley Kingery, the 1992 homecoming queen here at Glasgow High, and Henry Royce is standing by on the field. And Henry, the heavens opened up. You can come on up here when you get through, although I don't know if it'll do you much good or not.
Well, let me tell you, Jim, I don't know if I can hear you much longer or not. My headset radio is soaking wet and not coming in very good.
Randall Cook told me to tell you it's dry up here, by the way.
Is it? Well, I believe it is. And let me come up there and shake my coat off real close to it.
Okay, you can shake it off close to Randall and Bruce, just not close to me.
Jim, it's a beautiful ceremony. What a beautiful group of young men and young women here tonight in this homecoming ceremony. Ashley Kingery, the 1992 homecoming queen. And it was just it's like they were showering the seniors on their last homecoming. As soon as Chris Leaf announced the fact that the seniors were coming out, that's when the rain began. And certainly, I don't know whether we're going to try to hold up Ashley or not and talk to her on the radio, because she probably wants to get in someplace dry, because it really came a downpour across this field as the senior candidates came across the field here tonight, Jim.
All right, congratulations to Ashley Kingery.
I think that Buzzy Groves is going to have her come over here. I told her that we just wanted to say congratulations to her. Ashley, we're on the radio here live. What a beautiful ceremony, and certainly what a wonderful evening it is for you. That rain, you don't even feel wet, do you?
Oh, no, not now.
Congratulations. What's the feeling like?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Did you expect it at all?
Oh, not a bit.
It's a wonderful night, and this rain should certainly never even enter the picture as you remember this night.
Oh, I'm just so happy right now.
I wish you could have been over here and looked at the entire court and the entire escorts, because it was absolutely a sharp-looking bunch of young people, yourself included.
Thank you.
And congratulations. Jim?
All right, thank you, Henry. Good job. All right, we'll let Henry get out of that rain. You notice as Henry makes his way up to the press box, the rain is starting to slack off a little bit, Bruce.
I know exactly how he feels, Jim. I carried today. Every time I got out on my walking part of my route, it would rain. I'd get back in the truck and start riding, and the rain would stop.
Here at halftime, Corbin and Glasgow tied at 6. First half observations, and then the stats.
Well, we heard about Corbin's passing game, and they came out and tried to throw the ball early and weren't successful, 1 of 4. And so that last drive there, they had the football. They took the football and put it on the ground, marched 94 yards on the ground. We aided them there on a offsides penalty that helped them down close to the goal line. But the stats are going to show the game's pretty even. They have twice as many first downs as we do, but that long drive they made on the ground made up for them. We made a lot of our yards came through the air, and we would make big gains where you don't get a lot of first down.
And again, that's vintage Corbin football.
Right. I mean, we've always learned to expect the run out of Corbin. We'd heard that they had a good passing game, and I think they do. It just, we know how that goes. Last week, Chad didn't throw the ball as well as he's been throwing it, and tonight he's thrown the ball well. Of course, had one wide open there a while ago we wished he could have made. Might have given us another score. We had Corey Jackson wide open. But you know, you're not going to complete them all. But Chad had a good first half, and I thought the Scotties played well on defense, all but the one drive. I mean, they didn't really give up a lot of big runs, and they lined up and run right at them.
You've got to realize Glasgow's facing a team tonight, folks, that played the number 1 AA team in Kentucky tough. They had Danville on the ropes, and Danville scores in the last minute. They lead the number 1 AAA team in Kentucky, Bell County, by 9 points, I believe, in the fourth quarter. This is another outstanding Corbin football team. I read a quote in one of the papers in their area. The Kaywood coach said it was the best all-around Corbin team that he has ever seen.
Well, they're a big, strong football team. I told Randall before the game, I was looking there at their backs, and heck, their backs are as big as our linemen. They have 200-pound backs, and they're as big as our linemen. And I really feel like that, you know, we discussed maybe not, we don't have the speed that we've had, and we might not be able to hurt them with our speed like we did last year, but defensively our speed has helped some. We've been able to get some losses in the backfield where we've been able to get through there with our speed, beat their linemen. But they're a big, strong football team, and Glasgow's had an excellent first half.
All right, let's look at the stats before we take this break.
Okay, in first downs, Corbin had 8, Glasgow 4. Rushing yards, Corbin 129, Glasgow 14. Passing yards, Corbin 11, Glasgow 113. Total yards, Corbin 140, Glasgow 127. Corbin fumbled the ball once on a kick return there, but did not lose it. They threw 1 interception. Glasgow did not fumble, did not have an interception. Penalties, Corbin was penalized 3 times for 30 yards, Glasgow 2 for 10. Individually, Corbin spread their rushing around. They had 3 players there with over 30 yards. They're led by Michael Wyatt on 5 carries with 54 yards, his longest being 38. Matt Phillips has 10 carries for 38 yards and a touchdown. His longest was 7. Chris Okuma, 3 carries for 6 yards, and the quarterback, Jody Mauser, 4 carries for 30 yards, his longest being a 12. Mauser threw the ball 4 times. He completed 1, had 1 interception for 11 yards, and that was caught by Frankie Health. Matt Phillips, the punter, punted the ball twice for a total of 76 yards. It's a 38-yard average, his longest being 40. Individually for Glasgow, 7 rushes there in the first half. One reason we have 14 yards. Channing Twyman made some nice cuts and made some good runs. He carried the ball 4 times for 10 yards, his longest being 6. Chad rolled out and kept it there once, and then was sacked once. He had 2 carries for 1. Jeff Kingery carried one up the middle for 3 yards. Passing, Chad was 9 of 16 for 113 yards and 1 TD. Receiving, Glasgow's led by Corey Jackson with 2 catches, 62 yards. One of them being that opening touchdown for 51-yard catch. Barrett Wright has 4 catches for 18 yards. Marcus Williams, 1 catch for 14. Sean Livingston, 2 catches for 19 yards. Chad Meadows punted the ball 3 times for a total of 114 yards, a 38-yard average, and his longest being a 49-yarder that rolled dead on the 1. He'd had a lot better average than that, but he had a 26-yard punt there that we were on the 34, and he tried to pooch it out, and he got it to go out on the 6, or Chad probably would have had a lot. He's punted the ball well tonight. He's got the ball, got good height on the ball, and he's getting good distance. Probably Chad, this is one of his better all-around ball games.
All right. Excellent job, Bruce. Thank you, sir. Larry, we'll look at our defensive stats in a moment. We'll see if we have a winner on trivia and see if Chuck has any area scores to pass along. We will return in 2 minutes on WCLU Sports.
It's true that at Glass Paving, we've been into some pretty big projects. Maybe it was a major road project, or maybe it was a couple's big decision to finally have that driveway paved. At Glass Paving, we approach both with the same amount of professionalism. Over 100 years of combined experience makes it possible for us to sit down with you and shed some light on the questions you may have. It's not every day you take on a paving project, but when you're ready, one phone call to 651-3897 puts you in touch with a locally owned, quality-oriented company. Our workmanship is state-of-the-art, and our customer satisfaction is second to none, because at Glass Paving, we make it right, and we're here to stay. And we're big enough to serve you no matter where you are, with asphalt plants in Glasgow and Horse Cave. Call Glass Paving at 651-3897, a call you'll be glad you made.
Whether you have a small interior job or a large exterior job, there's one place to stop for your paint. It's the Paint Corner on the Happy Valley Road. Linda Armstrong and staff at the Paint Corner are true professionals at their work. And being this area's Porter Paint headquarters helps too. Porter Paint continues to be the paint more homeowners and professionals trust. And Porter Paint continues to be on top of technology in their field with the development of Advantage 900, the paint that has the advantages of both enamel and acrylic paint, with high gloss retention, fast dry time, and can be used to paint over most existing paint without a primer or sanding. Find out about Advantage 900 today at the Paint Corner, and remember them for custom color mixing too at the Paint Corner on the Happy Valley Road in Glasgow.
Dr. Chris Stewart believes in our schools, and with good reason. Even long before he started his dental practice in Cave City, Chris Stewart was involved in school support and activities. He knows that dedication and hard work not only make a great team, but a great individual. Chris Stewart has shown that in his work as a dentist, in his dedication to his community, and hard work as a civic leader. And that's why Chris Stewart continues to support our youth and our community by sponsoring this broadcast, because Chris Stewart knows that the best way to a better tomorrow is to invest in teaching leadership today. Best of luck from Dr. Chris Stewart.
Announcing the Twice as Nice Trade-Up CD only from Transfinancial Bank.
What's so nice about it?
Well, invest as little as $1,000 for 36 months, then sit back, relax.
Oh, no, I've got to worry about rates. Am I getting the best rate? What if it goes up and I'm locked in too low? You know, there's a lot to worry about.
Not with the Twice as Nice CD from Transfinancial. First, you're earning today's competitive rates. And if rates go up, you can trade up to a higher rate. Not once, but twice.
Oh, that is nice. But what if rates go down? Shouldn't I start worrying then?
Nope. Your rate can never go down because it's locked in. It can only go up.
Twice.
Right. It's the Twice as Nice Trade-Up CD only from Transfinancial Bank. Your source for all the financial services to make your life easier. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Transfinancial Bank, we want to help. We want to help.
Isn't that nice?
Larry Alexander, the obvious question to ask as we are a few minutes away from the start of the second half. With the rain we had at halftime, does this play into Corbin's hands?
Well, you would think so. If they keep it on the ground like they did there in the second quarter, it will be awful tough for the Scotties to stop them. And of course, Glasgow's game depends on the pass so much. You think the rain and everything, the wind and everything would go in favor of Corbin, but stranger things have happened, though.
All right, we've got some scores to pass along, and we've got our trivia question. Let's go ahead and take care of the trivia question, Larry, and tell me who the winner is.
Okay, what two Glasgow football players played the same position in high school, played in the same conference in college, or now in the same profession? The answer was Jim Whiteside and Greg Motley, who both played running back for the Glasgow Scotties. They both played in the Southeastern Conference, one Whiteside for Vanderbilt, Greg Motley for the University of Kentucky, and they are both doctors now. And the winner is my ex-neighbor, Sam Richardson. Looks like Kevin will be eating some Big Macs here before long.
All right, very good. Larry, we've got some scores to pass along, including a Barron County score. They got that game underway about an hour late. Barron County leading Nelson, or trailing Nelson County. Barron County trailing Nelson County 15-0.
Yeah, in the first quarter. That's a late game. And the other games, we've got Allen County 13, Hart County nothing at halftime. Adair County 7, Monroe County nothing in the first quarter. Warren Central 34, Greenwood nothing at half. And Metcalfe County leads Greene County 6-0 at the half, and that's all we've got right now.
No real surprises there, I don't think.
No surprises. Nelson County, Barron County, I didn't think it would be 15-0 in the first quarter. That's a little. And I want to thank Kenneth Motley for that trivia question, by the way, before we get off of that.
All right, Tennessee and Florida tomorrow in Knoxville.
Tennessee and Florida on the hill in Knoxville. I'm going to pick the Big Orange.
You're going to pick Tennessee to win, or Florida's Big Orange to win?
Florida Big Orange.
All right.
Is what I'm
All right. Well, I'm going to pick the other Big Orange. Get an upset.
I figured you would.
So Tennessee, their defense certainly has some holes to fill. Georgia ran all over them, but this may be a special UT ball club. You don't win in Athens too many times between the hedges, do you?
That's very true, but you don't beat Florida very often, too, when they have the Heisman Trophy winner quarterback.
You know, under Steve Spurrier, only one team in the Southeastern Conference has beaten Florida. That came 2 years ago on ESPN in Knoxville. Tennessee won 45-3.
The day Kaywood McAlexander picks the Big Orange to win a game, it's time for him to go to the emergency room immediately because there's something bad wrong with it.
He didn't hear the end of that. I said the Florida Big Orange.
He said the Florida Big Orange. All right. Larry, we're just about ready for the third quarter to get underway. Again, the stats, Glasgow easily leading in the passing department, Corbin ahead in the running department. As expected, next week the Scotties open the district slate against the Russell County Lakers.
Yeah, Russell County much improved this year. I know some people that I work with that's from Russell County, and they say they're much improved over last year, but probably still may not be up to to snuff to be able to beat the Scotties. But if you go up there and have very high expectations and don't play your football game, then you can get beat.
Corbin with the option here in the second half.
We've got lightning around. I think that's what they're waiting for. They're looking to see what this weather's going to do, I think.
We might have Chuck back at the radio station. We might have you update our forecast maybe during our next break, if you would, sir, and take a look at the radar, and we might have you give us an indication of the showers when you get an opportunity. Of course, Chuck Nelson, engineering, back at the radio station, and doing an outstanding job for us, and we certainly appreciate his help. Remember, tomorrow morning, it's Ask the Coach at 8:30. At 9:30, the broadcast of the Barron County, Nelson County contest. Mr. William Stewart and Leroy Johnson and company will be getting back a little bit late tonight from that game because it started an hour late.
Very late.
Our sponsors on Scotty Football: Square Deal Lumber Company, Alchins Market, Cave City Dentist Dr. Chris Stewart, Glass Paving, the Electric Plant Board's CATV division, the Paint Corner, Trans Financial Bank, and McDonald's. Thanks to our Scotty sponsors for the 1992 football season. Corbin does have the option in the second half. They will receive. They will move to your right here in the third quarter, and the Glasgow Scotties will move to your left. Other than the 94-yard drive, Glasgow's defense has done a pretty good job. Let me have you fill the shoes of both coaches. First, Coach Larry Cotton Adams of Corbin. Do you stick with it? Obviously, you'll stick with it on the ground, but do you try to cut to the outside a little bit with the wet turf, or do you just charge up the middle?
I think you charge up the middle. If I was Larry Adams, I believe that's what I'd do. Just hand it to Phillips or Kuma right up the middle, or fake it in and let
Wyatt or
Mauser have it around the end, or just keep it on the ground. Now, they haven't been very successful passing the football tonight, and of course with the wet weather they probably won't. On the other hand, we're in a predicament with only 14 yards rushing on offense, 113 passing, and we have to live or die with a pass, it looks like, to keep them honest and be able to put it in the end zone. So we're going to have to try it.
A big play either way in the second half with the wet turf could decide this game. I mean, one big play.
Very definitely so, and also holding on to the football can be a very big thing in this second half.
Eastup and Wyatt, the deep men for Corbin. Chad Davis set to kick from the 40. Here's the boot. High kick. That will be taken at about the 10-yard line. At the 15, at the 20, at the 25, at the 30, at the 35, at the 40, at the 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15. Taken out of bounds. Well, let's see, at about the 20-yard line, and that's the big play we were talking about. And boy, that puts Corbin in business on the left sideline. About a 70-yard return from Michael Wyatt. First and 10 for Corbin, and the defense for Glasgow is already put in a predicament, as you called it. First and 10 for Corbin at the Scotty 20-yard line. 63-yard kickoff return. The man who got him, Channing Climate. That's a big kickoff return for the Red Hounds.
That's the second time Jennings had to run somebody down from behind. It would have been gone.
11:47 left third quarter. Red Hounds and the Scotties are tied, but the Red Hounds in business. Double tied in set. Backfield. Then the power I. Glasgow six-man front. Here's a handoff. And pushing his way close to the 16-yard line off left tackle is Matt Phillips. And Phillips scored their only touchdown of this game so far, back in the second quarter on a 3-yard burst. That time he carries for a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6, Brad Fleming's 4th stop for the Scotties, and Brad plays a tackle position. Here's a handoff. Trying to cut inside Phillips. He bounces off one tackler, close to the 10-yard line. Looks like the Scotties had him down, or at least hit him, but he bounced off that tackler and is close to a first down. I think we'll have an official's measurement right here at the 10-yard line. They're so strong and big, Larry, they'll bounce off tacklers unless you get your arms wrapped up, as Richie Gargeron makes a stop. And it is first. It should be 1st and goal. Let's see if it's just outside the 10. Apparently so, just short of the 10-yard line, so they could still get a first down and not score. Power eye set. Here's a handoff. Phillips, nothing there. He runs into a pile, maybe a yard, as he plugged it up the middle. Larry, your analysis right on the mark. They got up the middle so far.
Yeah, they have. That's 62 on the Mike Allen on the tackle there. That's all they need to do. I think as big as they are up front and as light as we are, of course, we played a very good ball game up until this point, but it's going to wear and tear on you in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
No gain for Phillips. Again, we're out of the double tight end set. They're just run it down Glasgow's throat, or try to. Here's a handoff to Phillips. Phillips pulls his way inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line as he cut outside. Well, Phillips brings it to 3rd and short for the Redhounds. Just the kind of situation they like. 3rd at about, 3rd and a long 3 at about the 3.5-yard line. A stop made by Richie Gajerwan again. Gajerwan. Here's Mauser. Hand off to Phillips. Phillips drives. I think he'll be short of the first down. This will set up 4th at about 1.5 yards at the 2. Big 4th down play for Corbin. He just tried to rip it inside, but the Scotties surged much better that time. Marcus Williams, the 6'6", 215-pound senior, makes the tackle. And Corbin calls it early timeout. They believe this may be, well, this will be a big play, certainly, but they are counting on this as the play early in the second half. The Scotties and the Redhounds tied at 6, 9:55 left in the 3rd quarter. 4th at a short 2 for the Redhounds at the Scotty 2.5. We'll be back after this message on WCLU Sports.
Tell me what you want, it's yours. Tell me what you need, it's yours. Anything we can do for you. Anything you need.
The breakfast you want is yours at McDonald's right now, with a sizzling sausage biscuit for just 79 cents or a breakfast burrito for just 99 cents.
What you want is what you get. Every day in every way. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Try a 79-cent sausage biscuit or 99-cent breakfast burrito. Plus tax prices may vary. Get into a participating McDonald's for breakfast right now.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
4th and a short 2 for Corbett. Backfield in the power eye. Mauser is the quarterback. Long count. Corbin is in motion. Corbin in motion. The Scotties penalized on Corbin's touchdown drive in the 2nd quarter on 4th and long, or 4th at about 7. Here, Corbin on 4th and short. Called for illegal procedure, and they're going to try a field goal right here. A short field goal, but it will be from a left angle, Larry.
Yeah.
Or could we see a fake?
Well, they could. Phillips is putting the shoe on like he's going to kick it, so.
It will be a short field goal. So a motion penalty for Corbin. That is their 4th penalty for 35 yards.
I never did like a kicker that had to change shoes before he could go and kick the football. It just takes too much time and puts everybody in a big hurry.
That's the problem with being a running back.
Yeah, that's exactly
and
right.
Kicking. This will be a 25-yard field goal. Mauser will hold on 4th and 8. Here's a snap. The kick, it looks good.
No.
And it is no good. Well, it was wide to the right.
Wide right. You can tell he scribbed it up to the side. It was high, but it went to the right of the goalpost.
Corbin comes up empty.
Well, I think that probably was a bad decision on their part. I'm glad they did that, but if it had been me, I think I would have tried to run the football. And if you don't make it, you put Glasgow inside the 5-yard line. And with a rushing game that has been null and void up until this point.
So the Scotties will have it for the first time in the second half. First and 10 at the 20. 9:49 left in the third quarter. Backfield is split. Kingery and Twyman will start there. Livingston and Barrett Wright are the wideouts. Here's a toss sweep to Channing Twyman. Twyman just can't cut outside. Got a little bit of yardage to about the 22-yard line. But again, they're quick up front. They're big. They move well. And they're just tough to run against. And I'm sure they gear their defense toward the run, Larry. Not many teams have the passing game that Glasgow High has. Jody Mauser with his second tackle. Pick up of 2, second and 8.
They have sure stopped us on the ground tonight. Not much yardage on, outside. We thought we could get outside and turn the corner on them, but so far we haven't been able to do it.
So the Scotties facing a 4-man front for Corbin. Livingston and Corey Jackson are the wideouts on the right side. The Scotty backfield in the eye. Chad Meadows calling the signals. Meadows, quick pass is incomplete, intended for Livingston at the 31-yard line, just a little bit beyond his outreached hands. Third and 8.
A little slant pattern. He was the wide out on the left side, and he took about 5 and cut down a post pattern right across the middle. The ball just off his fingertips.
Glasgow really needs to get a first down right here. Third and 8 at the 22.
Yeah, big play right here for Glasgow. We're going to have to kick deep in our own territory if we don't.
Kingery and Twyman are in the split backfield. Chad Meadows looks over. A 4-man front with 4 linebackers close behind as he rolls out to his right. Meadows. Pass is going to be, is it caught at the 30 or is it incomplete? That ball was almost intercepted. Then I thought a Scotty might have hauled it down.
Number 10 knocked it down. That's Chad Adams.
And Jackson, I thought, almost came up with it, but it does fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. Talk about a big turnover that would have been.
Yeah, they're looking for those little out patterns right now. They had 3 or 4 men right there on that play. It looks like the middle is probably what's going to be open.
Corbin should get the football in good field position. Meadows will punt from his 10-yard line. 2 Corbin returnees at the 40. Here's a kick. High boot. Got a short. And it will take a Scotty bounce past midfield. Now back into Scotty territory at the 49-yard line. So Corbin with good field position at the Glasgow 49. First and 10. No return, but a short punt. 27-yard kick. First and 10 at that point for Corbin. 8:44 left, third period. The score's tied at 6.
Well, it's a must-stop situation again for Glasgow. We bit the bullet once on a missed field goal attempt, and now you have to stop them on 3 plays and make them kick back to you. Field position is with Corbin now.
They have a full house backfield, double tight end set. Scotties, 4 men up front. Here's a handoff. Comes to Wyatt. Tries to cut to the outside. Cuts back the other way. Pushes his way past the 45. There's a flag. And at about the 45-yard line, that may be a face mask. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. Is it holding or a face mask? I believe it may be against Glasgow. Let's see. No, it's going to be against Corbin.
61, Jason Shaw, and Brad Fleming on
aiding a runner. Aiding the runner.
I haven't seen that call.
I don't think I've ever seen that call.
I've seen it called one time before, but it's been many years.
Well, if you can get away with it, I guess it's all right.
If you watch NFL games every Sunday, you'll see it. You see that happen all the time, but they don't call it in the NFL much. Matter of fact, I've never seen it called there, but that time the runner got in and a lineman got on his back and started pushing him forward right through the defense, and that is illegal.
The umpire talking with Coy Meadows about something on the near sideline. I don't know what. Explaining the penalty to him. Is this a 10-yard step off from the foul?
Helping the runner is a 5-yard
5-yard penalty, all right, from the line of scrimmage. So it's first and 15.
First down 15.
Corbin has it at their own 45. Well, Glasgow got 6 yards out of that, Larry. Ball's at the 49. They spotted back at the 45.
They sure did.
I formation. Receiver split left and right. Mauser, quick toss, comes over at the 45, and wrapped up at about the 49-yard line is the receiver. 3 or 4 Scotties got around him. Looks like Jason Easton caught that pass. A quick out pass. He hauled it down. Sonny Platt, one of the defenders there. Picked up of about 3, second and 12 for the Red Hounds.
I think Corey Jackson made the initial tackle there. 25.
3-yard pickup. Second and 12 for the Red Hounds at their own 49. 7:35 left, third quarter. Glasgow and Corbin tied at 6. They're in the I formation. Scotty's four-man front defensively. Mauser calling the signals. He's got receivers on both sides. He drops back. Mauser is being chased. Mauser's pass is incomplete, and somebody gave him some heat. Was that Scotty Vaughn?
Scotty Vaughn, number 64.
And he was within a second of producing about a 10-yard sack.
Well, Sonny Flatt was the one putting the pressure on him and made him flush out of the pocket, and then Scotty Vaughn ate him up.
Timeout. Officials timeout. Mauser may be hurt. He's limping off the field, Larry.
Well, he got hit from both sides there. Sonny hit him on one side, Scotty Vaughn on the other, and then Marcus Williams cleaned up on him. So three people hit him pretty good shot that time.
So if he calls timeout, he must come out for one play, right?
That's right.
If it's an official's timeout.
He went to the sideline on his own. I don't think he feels like playing right now.
This is Lance Wyatt, number 28, 5'4", 174-pound senior. He replaces Mauser for at least one play. And he comes in a critical situation, 3rd and 12. They run a double tight end set. I really wonder if they'll run the football with the new quarterback.
He is a little fella, 5'4".
174.
He looks a whole lot different than Mauser standing there back over the center.
6 minutes, the line of scrimmage for the Scotties. Here's a handoff. Looking for a hole and escaping. But still taken down at the 45-yard line. Short of the first down is Michael Wyatt. But Corbin, it's 4th at about 5. Let's see if they'll punt it. I think they will insert the punting unit and try to drive Glasgow back into poor field position. Wyatt has escaped tacklers at the line of scrimmage all night. Scotty Vaughn's second stop.
Yeah, he's an elusive runner. He's a very good broken field runner. He cuts back across the green real well. He did it. Almost got away from him that time.
Scotty defense again does the job. Now it's time for the offense to get unflanked.
I think this is the best defensive game that the Scotty defense has played so far for up until this point.
Matt Phillips at his 44-yard line. Barrett Wright deep at the 10. Scotty set up for the return. Good snap. Here's a kick. Kicks it off the side of his foot. Away from Barrett Wright. Will take a Corbin roll and will roll into the end zone, fortunately for Glasgow. Well, it was angling toward that pylon over there, but it's in the end zone, and the Scotties have gained 2 yards so far in the second half. They'll try to do a better job first and 10 at their own 20. 6:28 left in the third stanza with the Corbin Redhounds and the Glasgow Scotties tied at 6. Both teams are 1 and 2.
I thought that ball was going to go right inside the pylon down there, right at the goal line. In his head, it would have been a heck of a kick.
Now let's see what Glasgow does offensively right here.
Well, I'd say we're going to try to pass. I'm sure.
Kingery and Twyman are in the backfield. 6 minutes the line of scrimmage as a handoff up the middle. Little fullback blast. Not much of a blast that time. Maybe a yard for Kingery on the trap.
Yeah, not much there up the middle.
Corbin, just a tough team to run against. Very tough.
Number 78.
That's Anthony Horton, 5'6".
It must be 70. Well, maybe 79.
Ronald Crawford, a 5'11", 210-pound sophomore.
I can't make that number out.
Second down 9 for the Scotties.
2nd and 9 for the Scotties. Again, they're in the split backfield. Meadows calling the signals against a 5-man front. Here's Meadows. Drops back. Boy, that's a late flag, isn't it? As if it's a motion penalty on the offense or an offsides, usually that whistle is blown quicker than that. But he was into the play about 2 or 3 seconds. I think Glasgow will be whistled for a 5-yard penalty.
A dead ball foul.
Offsides against the Scotties.
Indicated against Glasgow.
So, offsides, Glasgow's 3rd penalty, 15 yards. Instead of 2nd and 9, it's going to be 2nd and 14 at the 16 for Glasgow, deep in their own field position. 5:51 left in the third quarter. The Redhounds and the Scotties tied at 6. Glasgow scored on a 51-yard touchdown pass from Chad Meadows to Corey Jackson. The extra point was blocked. Corbin scored on a Matt Phillips 3-yard run. The extra point was short. 2nd and 14 for the Scotties against the 5-man front. Split backfield. Toss sweep comes to Twyman. He's got some running room. Twyman at the 25. Twyman at the 30. Twyman at the 35, 40. Twyman had one man to beat for the touchdown, but he's taken down at the 42-yard line. Oh, was that Root? Jason Root?
Jeff Root. Jeff Root.
Had Root not been there, Larry, Twyman would have had about an 84-yard run for the score.
He threw out one hand and grabbed him by the jersey and pulled him down backwards, and that's the only way he got him because he was off to the races.
27-yard pickup. That's probably twice as many yards as Glasgow's had on the ground the entire night. Isn't that right, Randall Cook?
You say so, Mr. Moody.
All right.
Very good blocking there, but that time by Marcus Williams. He held the defensive tackle inside, and they cut the corner that time, and Channing hit the corner at full speed.
Meadows rolls out to his right. Gets pretty good protection. Now he's being chased. Meadows can't get away from traffic that time. He had plenty of time to throw, but he couldn't find a receiver. And he sacks back at about the 39-yard line.
Leads the charge for the Red Hounds.
And I mean, he had some time to throw. You can't fault the offensive line there. Loss of about 3, 2nd and 13 back at the 40. But the secondary covered the receivers well. Sean Sargent with the sack, his first of the night. Scotties did not want to get into that minus situation right here.
Corbin's looking past just about every down now. Every down. They're dropping their linebackers way back. They're only rushing 4 people.
2nd and 13. Toss sweep comes to Twyman. He'll look for a block. Twyman cuts against the green. Has it past the 45 to the 46-yard line. Gets back the sack and a little more yardage. And more importantly, gets Glasgow out of some poor field position. He did, of course, with that 27-yard run. That time, Channing on the toss sweep to the left corner picks up 7. 3rd and 7 for the Scotties at their own 46. Jason Knowles, 3rd stop for the Red Hounds.
Yeah, if we don't make any mistakes now, field position is back on the Scotties side.
4:17 left, 3rd quarter. Scotties have it tied at 6 at their own 46. Meadows facing a 4-man front, backfield split, receivers are split. Here's Meadows, throws out to his right, pass caught by Williams at the 35. Williams dragged down at the 31-yard line. So Marcus Williams at 6'6" hauls in the pass, and the Scotties have it 1st and 10.
Well, that's that play I said the middle's going to be open because they're really looking for the outside, the kids that are going down and out. And Marcus came from his tight end position and did the post pattern across the middle and just kind of splits the linebackers, and he was wide open.
21-yard pass completion, Jeff Root with the stop. 1st and 10, Larry. 3rd time Glasgow's been in Corbin territory. The past 2 times they've not been able to score.
If you miss Marcus Williams, you've missed a big target.
Backfield split, as are the receivers for the Scotties, as Meadows will try the quarterback keeper. Meadows searches for some running room, takes it down to about the 30-yard line, but not much more. That play has been successful for Glasgow in the past, but that time on the quarterback keeper, Larry, he turns, takes a little pass, then cuts to his left, picks up only a yard. 2nd and 9 for the Scotties at the Corbin 30-yard line. 3:23 left in the 3rd quarter. Chris Shackelford from his linebacking position, his 2nd tackle.
Yeah, that play has worked a lot of times, but that time no go.
Receiver split left and right. Backfield is split. As Meadows toss sweep comes to Channing Twyman. Looks for a block. Twyman has it at the 26. Twyman rolled down at about the 27-yard line. Needed one more block, and he might have had some room that time. Toss sweep has been somewhat effective for Glasgow in this drive. In fact, it's netted them a 27-yard gain a little bit earlier in this quarter, as a Corbin player appears to be injured at about the 28. Ball is spotted back at the 28-yard line. Pickup of 2. 3rd and 7 for the Scotties. A big 3rd down play coming up right here. That stop was made by Shane Creekmore.
Very good drive. Started at the 20-yard line, and we've moved the ball all the way down now to, I think, the 29, our own 29. So it's a good drive going. We need to come out of this one with some points.
We have an official's timeout. I don't know who the injured player is right in front of the Scotty bench, Larry. I can't read the young man's number for Corbin. East is over there. He's not the injured player. Corbin staff over there attending to the injured defender.
Let's see. It's a big man, number 64.
That's Sean Sargent, 5'7", 190-pounder. I believe he had that sack on Chad a few plays ago. Big 3rd down play for the Scotties. 3rd and 7 at the Corbin 28.
Big play right here. This is the one that may win you the football game right here.
And everyone at Hank Roy Stadium knows what this play may be, will be, could be a pass.
Yes.
On 3rd and 7.
We will be very surprised if it's not.
Livingston, the wideout on the right side, Bryant, Vincent on the left. Kingery and Twyman in a split backfield. Corbin with 4 at the line of scrimmage as Meadows rolls out to his right. Meadows' pass is caught by Williams. Williams has it at the 15. Williams at the 10. 5, 4, 3, 2. He's just short of the goal line at about the 2-yard line. Big pass play to Marcus Williams, and the Scotties are knocking at the door. 1st and goal against a tough Corbin defense against the run.
This time, instead of going straight down the middle of the field, he cut more to the sideline this time, and he was wide open again, and he hit him, broke a tackle, almost got in. Jeff Root's a pain in our side tonight. He stopped 2 long touchdown runs.
25-yard pass completion to Marcus Williams. He's caught 2 passes on this drive for 46 yards. First and goal at the Red Hound 3-yard line. They've been tough to run against. Let's see what the Scotties do out of the split backfield. Receivers are split. Here's a handoff, driving up the middle, and scoring for Glasgow. I believe that is Jeff Kingery. Scotty Mitchell. Mitchell takes the pigskin 3 yards. And Mitchell, is that his first carry as a fullback?
I believe it is. I don't remember him carrying again.
Mitchell, 3-yard run, and the Scotties lead 12-6. And let's see if Glasgow will try for 2 right here. No, Davis will be in to attempt the extra point. The first one was blocked. So let's see if he has time to kick the football. Larry? 9 Scotties, 8 Scotties will move over to the left side. Chad Meadows will be ready to snap the football. Richie Garja will hold. Chad Davis will try the extra point. Scotties up 12-6 over Corbin. Good snap. Kick from Davis. It looks good, but it's not. Wide to the left, I suppose. Boy, it looked good from here, but I'm not under the goalpost.
Yeah, we've got a bad angle there. It did look good, but wide to the left.
All right, the Scotties an 80-yard drive. Mitchell with a 3-yard blast. A couple of big pass plays to Marcus Williams in that drive. And Glasgow has a 12-6 lead over Corbin with 2:16 left in the third quarter. We will hold it here because both teams are returning to the field, Larry. And that's a big score for the Scotties. And hopefully a 3-yard run from Mitchell. And now the Scotty fans hoping that they can get another defensive stand and get the football back.
Well, that should give you a lot of momentum and should help the defense out, give them a better attitude and fire them up a little bit. And when you play fired up and a little bit of motion, you can overcome a lot.
2:16 left in the third quarter. Glasgow leading Corbin 12-6, homecoming. Corbin's Wyatt returned to kick off the last time, about 30 yards. He's standing at his 5-yard line. Hart and Estep are also back there in triple safety. Chad Davis set to kick off, so the Scotty extra point department has not been as sharp tonight.
Now, had one blocked and then a miss wide to the left. You know, the football's a little wet, I'm sure, but I'm sure Chad thinks he should have made that one anyway. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go for 2.
So the Scotty's on top by a touchdown, and here's Davis's kick. And over in boot. Wyatt will take it at about the 8-yard line. Has it at the 15. Wyatt at the 20. Wyatt at the 25. Wyatt at the 29-yard line, taken down at that point, maybe back at the 28. Pretty good coverage from the Scotties. 21-yard kickoff return for Michael Wyatt of Corbin. So the Red Hounds have it first and 10 at that point. Jeff Kingery with the tackle for the Scotties. 2:07 left. So Corbin trailing 12-6. Let's see if they'll stay on the ground. First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Started at the Corbin 27-yard line.
They'll run the double tight instead, it looks like.
From that point.
A backfield formation, the full house. Jody Mauser back at quarterback. All in the signals. Mauser drops back. Mauser, long pass is going to be caught at about the 42-yard line. Big pass play for Corbin. He uncorked it, and Jason Eastep caught it. And they're back into business. First and 10 at the Scotty 42. First pass they've thrown, I believe, in this half.
Yeah, good fake. Everybody looking at a good play call. Whoever called the play, I guess Coach Adams faked it into the line. He dropped back, Mauser did, and hit his man about 30, 35 yards downfield.
30-yard pass completion. Channing Twyman took him out of bounds at the 42. Full house backfield. Here's a handoff with the football wrapped up at about the 39-yard line. Michael Wyatt. Wyatt has carried the football several times in this game. He came from his halfback position, cut left, picked up about 2, second and 8. He's carried it 7 times for 63 yards. Let's see. Phillips has carried it 15 times for 55 yards. And Scotty Mitchell made that stop. Pickup of 2, second and 8 for the Red Hounds at the Scotty 40-yard line. Now they're in the power I. Glasgow 5-man front. Mauser calling the signals. Mauser on the quarterback keeper. Mauser cuts outside, has it at the 35. Mauser taken down by Channing Twyman. Channing's had a good defensive game. And Channing made a big stop there at the 34. Do we have a penalty?
I don't think so. I think that's his beanbag.
All right. They have it at the 34, pickup of about 5. Third and about 2 for Corbin at the Scotty 34, and they're just driving as Channing Twyman's 6th tackle. Glasgow leads 12-6. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter, but Corbin is driving with the football, aided by a big pass play. Now they're in the power I set once again. As the handoff up the middle, first down inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. Mauser hands the football to Matt Phillips, and he's got the first down and at a little bit more at the 29. Punches 5 yards. He's carried it 16 times for 60 yards, and they've got their 9th first down by the rush, their 11th first down overall. They're up to the line of scrimmage with 3 seconds to go in the third quarter. 2 seconds, 1 second. The horn sounds, and the play will be ruled dead, and the third quarter is over. Corbin is driving. They have it first and 10 at the Scotty 29. However, Glasgow leads the Redhounds 12-6. We'll return with the final quarter after this message on WCIU Sports.
It's easy to get quality building materials at low prices.
Shop and buy.
Ha ha ha.
And you will be surprised.
Oh, yeah.
Stop, shop and buy.
Come on.
Yeah, you will be surprised.
Well, that's right.
You'll save a lot of money and you'll save a lot of time when you stop, shop and buy.
Come on. Square Deal Lumber Company is telling you to stop and shop and buy. Because if you do, Square Deal Lumber Company is going to make you real happy. Because we've got top quality building materials at low prices. You heard me right. Hey, listen, if I'm going too fast, I can slow down for you. But you've got to stop and shop and then buy at Square Deal Lumber Company. Get yourself a truckload of materials and save yourself some big money at the same time. That's right.
Save a lot of money, save a lot of time when you stop, shop and buy.
Square Deal Lumber Company, Park City, Cave City, Horse Cave, and Glasgow. Come on.
Corbin threatening first and 10 at the Scotty 29. Redhounds move to your left in the fourth quarter. Glasgow High to your right. Corbin started this drive back at the 27. They've got a power I set. The handoff comes to the halfback, and he's got a hole racing past the 25 to the 22-yard line. Clark Wyatt carried the pigskin, and he got good yardage, Larry. Second and about 3. Pickup of 7. Marcus Williams' 4th stop. So the Scotties, boy, the defense has played beautifully tonight. They're going to have to make another stand right here.
Yeah, stopped them once on a missed field goal attempt and stopped them early in the ball game. They had the one long drive, but we have to stop them again.
Mauser, handoff. Phillips, a hole. Phillips crunches inside the 20 to the 15-yard line and maybe a step beyond. And this is where Corbin is their toughest. They just keep it on the ground and they run over you. First and 10 for the Redhounds at the Scotty 15. Scotty Mitchell's 3rd stop. Corbin wasting no time in the huddle. 11:20 left in this game. They've got it first and 10 at the Scotty 15. Here's a handoff to Phillips. He is tripped up at about the 13-yard line as he tried to mosey off right tackle. Pick up of about 2. Carl Hunter there to lead the defensive attack. Gain of 2, second and 8 for the Redhounds at the Scotty 13, and Glasgow's defense will have to turn it up a notch right here.
They sure will. They're going to have to stop them 4 downs.
They're running a quick snap count, Larry, against the 5-man front. Power I set. Here's a handoff. Oh, Mauser will keep the football. Mauser looking for a hole. Has it at the 10. Mauser at the 5. Mauser cuts outside, and he's got it first and goal. Let's see where the ball was marked out of bounds. At about the 3-yard line. Boy, that's tough. That's tough. He had some interference in front of him, and the Redhounds are knocking at Glasgow's door at about the 3-yard line. First and goal.
Yeah, that should be a first down also.
Mauser on the quarterback keeper. He was forced out of bounds by Chad Meadows. First and goal at the 3. 10:39 left in this game. Scotties lead 12-6 over Corbin, but they're trying to tie it. If they score the TD, they'll try to take the lead on the extra point. Power I set for the Redhounds. Handoff. Wyatt stops short at about the 3-yard line. He didn't pick up much at all.
It's Scotty Vaughn again.
Vaughn's did a great job defensively. Barrett Wright leads Glasgow with 9 stops. Carl Hunter's got 4. Vaughn's got 3. Allen with 1. Mitchell with 3. Kingery with 1. Channing Twyman with 6. Richie Gajerwan with 3, and Chad with 1. Marcus Williams has 4. Second and goal at the 3. Redhounds out of the power I. Really now they're in the wishbone set. Here's the handoff to Phillips. Phillips drives. Still short of the goal line at about the 1. Somebody hit him, but he carried a would-be tackler for about 1 or 2 yards. Ball is spotted back at the 2. And Corbin wants timeout. That's their second timeout of this half. 9:55 left, fourth quarter. The Redhounds and the Scotties battling here. Good old-fashioned football game. The Redhounds trail 12-6. Back after this message on WCLU Sports.
This week, Houchins Our Special Bacon, 99 cents for the 1-pound package. Houchins Our Special Potato Chips, 7.5-ounce bag, 69 cents. Look for the Houchins Our Special label, and you'll find a wide variety of quality items with prices that are right on the money.
Well, a big goal line stand. Scotty fans are hoping. Corbin had it first and goal at about the 3.5. They now have it third and goal at the 2-yard line. But they're mighty tough to stop. Inside the 3 as the Scotty crowd comes to their feet, cheering the defense on. The same for the Corbin Redhounds and their offense.
Well, we're definitely going to have to stop them 2 in a row. It won't be just one play and the kick. You got to stop them twice now. It's a tall order, but it can be done.
I think we might see Mauser keep the football.
I think they'll give it to Phillips. I think is Phillips in there for him?
He is.
Yeah, I think they'll probably look for him.
Scotties with about 7 men at the line of scrimmage. Corbin runs a power I set to the left. Mauser, the quarterback. Here's a handoff and stopped at about the 1-yard line of Phillips. Really, he might have gotten to about the 2. So now Glasgow forced for another big defensive play. 4th and 2. 4th and goal at the 2-yard line. Carl Hunter limps off the field, but
limps back on. He was wanting, I think he hurt that ankle again. He's wanting to come out, but they told him to get back in there.
Here come the Scotty fans to their feet. Big foot down play right here. 4th and goal at the 2. Here come the Redhounds up to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're in the power I, set to the left. Handoff. Does he score? No, he does not. Phillips carried it to the 1, but he is stopped short. Now, how many teams can say, Larry, they stopped Corbin inside the 3-yard line on 4 tries?
I think Scotty Mitchell hit him first. I don't know who else came in with him, but Mitchell made the first attempt at him.
How many teams have stopped Corbin on 4 tries inside the 3-yard line?
I don't know how many, but it has happened here tonight.
Now Glasgow must hang on to the football and get it out of 4 field position with 9 minutes to go in this game. Glasgow has it at its 2-yard line.
Well,
how about a 98-yard drive?
We're getting too excited here over our defensive play, and we don't have our offense on the field. Now we've got to call a timeout and get things straight.
8:56 left in this game. Glasgow stops Corbin on a 4th down stand, and the Scotties lead 12-6, but they have the football at their own 2-yard line. We will return after this one message on WCLU Sports.
Owned and operated by the people of Glasgow. Those are the words on vehicles used by Glasgow's Electric Plant Board. What do they really mean to you? If you live in Glasgow, you're already one of the owners of the Electric Plant Board. Whether you see us out working on electric lines or servicing our cable TV customers, we're working for you. You already know that we deliver reliable electric service and superior cable TV service. But we're also keeping pace with the latest developments in technology to help Glasgow grow. Soon, the cable that carries our TV signals will be bringing you much more than just TV. What are you waiting for? Don't get left behind. Call 651-8341 for installation of Glasgow's cable TV service.
Glasgow uses its first timeout. Now, Larry, you've got to hang on to the football and try to get out of horrible field position at the 2-yard line. But Glasgow will take that horrible field position versus 6 points for the Redhounds.
Anytime, that was a heck of a goal line stand. That's 4 downs. You stop them inside the 5-yard line. That's a feat in itself to stop that team that big.
Backfield split with Kingery and Twyman. Receivers are split as well. Corbin 5-man front. Here's a handoff. And no, Meadows will keep the football. Meadows with some running room past the 5 to about the 8-yard line. On the quarterback keeper, the Scotties able to move the football a little bit. They get it out of very, very bad field position. And a pickup of about 6 for Meadows before he stopped by Sean Sargent, his second tackle. And what really Glasgow wants here, a couple of first downs.
Yeah, we want more than a couple. We want
more.
We want to get it out around midfield if we can. And if we have to punt back in deep in their territory.
Here's Meadows. Handoff comes to Twyman, looking for a hole. Carries it to about the 10-yard line. Then he's forced down. He's still a couple of yards short of the first down. And that will set up third and a short 2 for the Scotties. He's driven back by Matt Phillips, his third tackle. 8:05 left in this game. The Scotties lead the Corbin Redhounds 12-6. Third and 2 for Glasgow at their own 10-yard line. And they need a first down in the worst of ways right here. Scotty Mitchell replaces Kingery in the lineup. I think Mitchell might get the pigskin to try to churn out 2 yards right here.
Could be, third and 2. He's a big fellow to carry that football.
Livingston and Jackson are the wideouts, right and left. Meadows calling the signals. Meadows, handoff. Mitchell, he's got the first down and a lot more past the 15 to about the 16-yard line. First and 10. So Mitchell, he picks up a big first down. He scores a touchdown for Glasgow.
I tell you, they've been toying with putting Scotty at fullback for the last couple of weeks now, and this is the first time we've seen him, and he's a load back there, and he's a big kid.
He can match Corbin's size and strength, can't he?
See, in junior high, Little League junior high, he was a fullback. That's where he played, and then when he got out here, they moved him to tight end.
7-yard pickup before Matt Phillips rings him down. First and 10 at the 16. Meadows rolls out to his left. Oh, he almost slipped down. He gets out of traffic. Meadows has it at the 20. Meadows to the 22-yard line. Makes something out of nothing right there. He was rolling out to his left. He slipped, found a defender facing him, and he got out of trouble. Picks up about 6 yards. Chad Adams with his 4th stop. But you'll take 6 in this situation, Larry. Officials timeout. You'll take 6 here, deep in your own territory, and give yourself an opportunity to pick up that first down.
Official timeout.
We have an official's timeout. There's 6:54 left in this game with the Scotties on top of Corbin 12-6 here at Homecoming.
Well, I don't know what this timeout is for.
I don't know if there was an equipment problem on the Corbin side. I did not see an injured player.
Well, they sent somebody out, and somebody else came on. Number 80 came into 88.
That's Mims.
88
Mark
came
Mims.
into the ball game. I don't know who went off.
Might have been Willoughby who came out. Backfield split. Handoff up the middle. Trying to drive for some yardage, but really not.
Scotty Mitchell.
Left side of the line. Mitchell takes it to about the 25-yard line, but he's still 3 yards short of the first down, so another big third down play for the Scotties. 3rd and 3 at the 25-yard line. 6:23 left in this game. Matt Phillips, his 5th stop. Scotties taking time off the clock, but they want to pick up another first down right here, Larry.
It'd be a big first down here. 6:11 and the clock running. If you can get the first down here, you keep it running for at least 2 more minutes.
Meadows, backfield split, as are the receivers. Here's Meadows, quick pass is caught by Livingston. Livingston is taken down at about the 28-yard line. He'll be close to the first down. I believe he's got it.
I believe he's got it too, but it's going to be awful close.
He almost shook loose.
Yeah.
He is close to the first down.
It's a first down.
And it is a big first down for the Glasgow Scotties. First and 10.
I tell you, he was within a fingertip of racing down the sideline for a touchdown there. That was another one of those shirt-tail tackles.
Let's see who got him right there.
Well, number 12.
Eastep, Jason Eastep, his 5th stop. So that takes more time off the clock. 5:50 left in this game. First and 10 for the Scotties at their own 28-yard line. Meadows leads the team up to the line of scrimmage. Stephen Hughes does at the center position. Clyburn and Mitchell are in the backfield, the split backfield. Receiver split left and right. Corbin, 5-man front. Here's a handoff to Mitchell. Mitchell powers his way past the 30 to about the 32, 33-yard line. Did the ball pop loose?
The ball came out, but I think the Scotties got back on it.
Let's see where it's actually spotted. Spotted back at the 32-yard line.
22, Channing Twyman got the recovery.
So the Scotties get a break there and fall on the football. Pickup of about 3, 2nd and 7. Let's see, 3 or 2. 2 the pickup for Mitchell. Had he not fumbled it, Larry, he would have had about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, that's one thing you worry about with somebody that hasn't carried the football a lot over the past few years. When you get hit, that ball's apt to come out. You've got to You got to really wrap it up, especially in this situation.
Kingery replaces Mitchell in the backfield. Meadows calling the signals. Corbin has a 5-man front. As a toss sweep comes to Twyman, tries to get to the outside. Twyman does. Twyman has it at the 30, 35. Twyman at the 40. Twyman's got the first down, ridden out of bounds on the toss sweep, 43-yard line. Twyman with some big runs in the second half on toss sweeps, and that gives Glasgow another first down. The football at about the 43-yard line. It does stop the clock with 4:41 left in this game. He did go out of bounds, so the clock will not start until Glasgow snaps the football. But a big run on the toss sweep, 12-yard run. Twyman, 10 carries, 63 yards, Larry. Twyman has had a good second half, and he's had some interference in front of him. Let's brag on that offensive line just a little bit. It includes names like Brad Fleming, Jason Shaw, Stephen Hughes, Mike Allen, Scotty Vaughn. For Glasgow High, that stop made by Matt Phillips, his 6th.
Well, they're doing an excellent job, especially here in the fourth quarter. We've taken the football and just ran it right down their throats and keeping first down after first down.
Here's a handoff to Twyman. Twyman this time will be stopped for no gain. Tried to move it off right tackle, but several white jerseys there. Saw Willoughby there. Brent Willoughby makes the hit. He did pick up maybe a yard, 2nd and 9. But the clock becoming the important factor here with 4:20 left in this game.
Yeah, and Corbin's already used 2 timeouts, so they can only stop the thing one more time. If we can get another first down here and...
maybe 2 more first downs.
2 more first downs, we can end this ball game.
Glasgow take it at sweet time, slowly moving to the huddle. As the backfield is split, receivers are split. Meadows calling the signals. Chad rolls out to his right. Meadows being pressured. Meadows will run the football. Meadows has it at the 45. Meadows at the 50. Meadows racing for the yardstick. I think he'll be taken out of bounds at about the Corbin 49-yard line, just a little bit short of the first down.
I believe he's going to be about 1.5 yards, 2 yards shy.
That sets up third at about 1.5 yards. The Scotties at the Red Hound, 49, well, actually at midfield. He did go out of bounds, which stops the clock at 3:49.
That's right. He was diving for the stick over there and trying to make the first down, but he didn't quite make it. About 1 yard.
Big third down play for Corbin right here.
This is the biggest play of the game for Corbin, no doubt.
Backfield split. Meadows calling the signals on third at about 1 yard. Meadows, handoff, powering his way. First down for the Scotties. Was that Kingery who carried it, or was it Mitchell?
I believe it's Scotty Mitchell again.
Mitchell powers his way to the 47-yard line, and the Scotties have another first down. Larry, this has been, we love to talk about touchdown drives, but this drive has really impressed me as much as any that Glasgow's had so far this year.
I think this is the best football game that we've played this year. I don't think there's any doubt about it against the competition that we play. Evidently, we need somebody that's real good to get in the right frame of mind to play. It's a shame that we didn't play well against E-Town last week, but that's gone now, and a win over Corbin is a lot better.
2-yard pickup for Mitchell, 1st and 10 for the Scotties. At the Corbin 47, Jason Noel's 4th stop just a moment ago. Meadows, long count. Here comes the handoff to Twyman, looking for a hole. Channing tries to get to the outside, has it at the 45. Twyman fighting his way to the 44-yard line, and now it's starting to rain hard here at Hank Roy Stadium. And that might be to Glasgow's advantage, Larry.
Right, let it rain now.
3:06 left in this game, and brother, the heavens are falling at Randall Cook.
Yes, they are, Mr. Moody, as a matter of fact, but it's dry as a bone in the press box.
It is coming down in buckets now.
Don't say that, because the rain is coming toward the press box, blowing into the press box.
And everybody's getting out of the way.
Larry, this is where you've got to hold on to the football right here.
No doubt about that. You got to keep that clock running and hold on to the ball.
Here's Meadows. He'll just try a quarterback sneak. Moves it inside the 44 to the 43-yard line. The critical factor here is the clock with 2:30 left in this game. Corbin has 1 timeout. There's a big flash of lightning. Look out. The officials time out. And I think they are clearing the field, Larry, to let this storm pass.
It's going to be 3rd down. I don't know how. Let's see, 3rd and about 6 or 7 yards to go. And I believe we're going to suspend this one for a few minutes.
Well, the rain is coming down hard. Glasgow will have it 3rd at about 6. That's the Corbin 43-yard line with 2:24 left. And And this must be this cold front that I saw about 4 o'clock around Owensboro, Paducah, Murray, Kentucky.
Yeah, it's coming through real well right now, and I hope we don't get a lightning bolt struck on these headphones here, Mr. Booty.
Well, both teams are now heading off the field. This is reminiscent of Taylor County 4 years ago, where we did a 65-minute halftime show. Randall, you better get your singing voice ready, because it's time for you to sing in the rain.
Hey, get in the rain.
That's the first and the last time that we'll let Randall sing on the radio. We'll take this time out. This game is suspended. Heavy downpour, lightning here at Hank Roy Stadium. 2:24 left in this contest. Glasgow, Larry, leads 12-6. Big goal line stand. They put it into play. All right.
So another first down would they could only stop at one time. So that would just about wrap it up if you don't fall. Well, it's grained off quite a bit. Was just of course it's still pretty sloppy, and it's going to be Glasgow may just decide to run a quarterback sneak a couple times, one time, and then punt the football deep in their territory and take their chances.
Punting the football, and that's something else you've got to be concerned about with the slippery conditions.
Right. A first down would be the best. I don't really think that they'll just be conservative and kick it to them, but it's very dangerous and risky just about anything you do in this situation.
All right. They will resume play. Now, they spotted that ball back at the 48-yard line. I don't believe that's right, is it? I thought he had pushed it past the 45.
I thought it was in the 44,
43-yard line.
45-yard line myself. They've got it. It's going to be third down and about 9 where they've got the ball spotted.
That may be unfortunate for Glasgow. I thought that ball was marked down at about the 43 or 44-yard line. Coy Meadows may be telling the official that. I'm not sure. See what Bruce Trabue had it marked at the 43-yard line as we keep where the football is spotted. Now what are the officials? Are they going to put it down at about the 48-yard line? Well, that's a bad break for Glasgow if it is, Larry.
Bruce's stats, he keeps where the ball is all the time. He's got it third down and about 5 or 6 on about the 43 or 44-yard line, and they're spotting the ball on the 47.
They've got it at the 47-yard line.
And that would make it third down and about 9. Maybe they didn't count the second down play, you reckon?
I don't see why not, because the play had been run, and then they called
time had been run.
They suspended the game.
A lot of confusion, I'm sure, in that at that time.
Right now, Glasgow will have it third and 9 at about the 47-yard line.
Don't see any objection from the Glasgow bench or the coaches there.
The officials getting some answers from the crowd, and now the official takes it down to the 40. Well, he's moved to the 43-yard line.
Well, let's see what happens here.
Now he's moving back toward the 47. I don't know. I'm not sure if he knows where the ball's supposed to be spotted.
43.
Well, they've moved the yardsticks down. Now he's moving back to the 47-yard line. Well, there are a lot of fans here, Larry, but they're loud.
Yeah, they're loud. I don't know what they're loud about, but they're loud.
They're just glad to play football again. Well, now the official's going to spot it.
Let's see.
At the 40.
Surely somebody wrote this down, one of the officials.
There's an official. Well, now he's marking it back at the 47.
Hey, 43! 43! No!
So Glasgow will have it at the 47-yard line, it looks like.
43!
The official had gone down, the umpire had gone down to the 43-yard line, but now they mark it back at the 47. So that's unfortunate for Glasgow. Members of the press box shouting 43 to the referee.
But it's on the 47 is where they've got
and
it
it's
marked.
the referee's decision that counts here. I thought the umpire was about to mark the football down at the 43-yard line. Now the coaching staff telling the official that the ball should be at the 43-yard line. That's what Coy Meadows is talking to a linesman about. Now the referee will come over. And I don't know if they'll give Glasgow that 4 yards or not.
Well, it was third down. It was going to be third down and about 5 or 6 yards.
What about instant replay? We'll let the electric clapboard or telescripts rewind the tape.
Yeah.
And they can see where the ball should be spotted.
That would do it.
Got it on tape down there. Look at it.
Why don't we have it instant replay in high school football?
Corbin's coach is getting into it. Let's see what's going on here now. The clock will start as soon as it's been played. We'll tell the referee to do that.
Well, unfortunately, and this is an accurate assessment, Glasgow has been shortchanged 4 yards after they've come back to play. But as it is, the Scotties will have it third at about 9 at the 47-yard line. The clock will begin to roll.
Well, that's where they're going to start it, the 47-yard line, almost 47.
Well, Larry, let's see what happens here. Glasgow will take all of the 25 seconds that they can. They may actually take 25 seconds and then call a timeout. The clock rolls down at 2:10. 2:05. Glasgow will call a timeout, but it reaches the 25-second mark. There's about 59 left, and Glasgow calls timeout. We will hold it here. Third and 8 for the Scotties.
Spotted at the right place. That would have been almost enough for the first down.
So the Redhounds call a timeout. A minute 50 left. What Meadows wants to do, Larry, is just get a good punt off.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Get a good snap, get it in the punter's hand, and let him do the rest. Now, you've got to kick the ball. If he can get it down inside the 10, the 20 to the 15 or 10-yard line, that would be a great punt. But you really have to cover on this. The ground is really wet and slick. You know, if you go for a tackle and miss, it could mean the football game.
So the Scotties getting everything straight here, drying their hands, knowing that Meadows needs a good snap from center. Fourth and about 3 at the Corbin 41-yard line. Twyman cut the left corner and picked up 5 before he was taken down by a Redhound. This game suspended for about 30 minutes because of the rain. Glasgow up 12-6 against the Corbin Redhounds. One thing about it, Corbin's played a mighty tough early schedule, haven't they?
Well, they sure have. Danville, #1 team in AA. Bell County, the #1 team in AAA. And now Glasgow, which started the season at #4 in AA. Of course, the losses to Bowling Green and E-Town back-to-back knocked them out of the top 5. So it's a good, tough schedule for Corbin. They always play good, tough schedules, and they always have a good football team.
All right. At the 41, are the Scotties going for it? It looks like it.
Looks like they're going to run and try to run as much clock off as they can. If they make the first down, fine. They're not going to take a chance to punt.
4th and 3. Handoff comes to Twyman. Twyman, does he have the first down? I don't think he got it at the 39-yard line.
I don't think he made it. He's real close. He's right at the sticks, but I don't think he made it. I think he's about a half-yard short. He is.
So Corbin stops Twyman for about a 2-yard gain. And the Redhounds have it first and 10 at their own 39, so the Scotties can ill afford to give up the big play right here.
Yeah, this is putting it all on your defense now. It's all on the defense's shoulders.
A minute 40 left in this contest. First and 10 for the Redhounds at their own 39. Scotties 6 men up front. Here's Mauser. Drops back. Mauser. Pass is going to be complete. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line in Redhound territory. A minute 30 left. They've got to score to tie it. Score and kick the extra point or go for 2 to win it. And that pass was caught, I believe. Was it Easton?
Easton, number 12, I think.
10-yard pass completion. Now Corbin, and he got out of bounds. A minute 30 left. Corbin trailing 12-6 with the football at midfield. For the Redhounds, here's Mauser. Drops back. Mauser's pass is incomplete at the 42-yard line. Good deflection by Channing Twyman. What a defensive job he's done tonight for the Scotties. And that pass, I believe, was also intended for Easton on the far side.
It was another one of those down and outs. He's looking at the sideline. It's a 2-minute offense is what it is, like you see in college and the pros run. And Channing Twyman was right with him and made the hitch right in front of him and just reached in and knocked the ball away.
Here's Mauser. Drops back. Being chased. Puts it up for grabs. The pass is going to be intercepted. Did Twyman get it, or was it complete? It is complete, or is it intercepted?
Let's see, which one?
I guess it's complete. I did not get an indication. It looked like Twyman was in front of the receiver, but Estes got it at about the 15-yard line. First and 10 for Corbin at the 15.
Well, it was up for grabs. It looked like Channing caught the football, and then it looked like the receiver caught it, and I didn't know who caught it, but the receiver did catch it.
A minute 10 left. Oh, a big pass play for Corbin. Here's Mauser. Drops back, puts it up for grabs. The pass is going to be caught. Touchdown, Corbin! Touchdown, Corbin with a minute 3 left. There is a flag on the play. We're tied at 12. Oh, what a spectacular drive for Corbin.
That was a towel.
A towel, all right. All right. So they could take the lead right here with a minute 3 left. And, boy, this would be heartbreaking for the Glasgow Scotties.
Well, that's the way things go. I mean, you take a chance, and it didn't work out. It took them 4 plays to put it in the end zone, I think. And that's,
on wet turf, you've got to give them a lot of credit.
A lot of credit. Throwing 2 passes, 3 passes were complete.
61-yard drive. Now, Corbin cannot call any timeouts. They've yet to get their kicker in there.
That was just the little fly pattern to the end there in the end zone. He just threw it up and hoping he could out-jump him, Channing Twyman, for it, and he did.
25-second clock is on. I don't believe they'll ever get this play off. The kicker's not even on the field, and they have no timeouts.
Of course, Eastep is number 12. He's 5'10". He looks a little bigger than that.
So he'll have to kick it from 5 yards further, Larry, with a minute 3 left. If he misses, we will be, I'm sure, looking at an overtime.
Yeah, minute and 3 seconds to go. No timeouts on either side.
A couple of big pass plays for Corbin. And that last pass play for the Red Hounds covered 12 yards, and it was caught by Jason Eastep.
Well, this is a tough pill to swallow here, boy, by taking 4 plays to score and hold them all night long.
Here's Phillips. He'll try the extra point. Good snap. The kick, it's going to be wide to the right, far wide to the right. We may be headed for an overtime. Wouldn't that be appropriate for what's happened so far?
Well, the clock did not start.
Of course, that was on an extra point.
That was extra. I'm sorry.
So we may be here a little bit longer.
Well, Glasgow's got a shot at it here.
A minute 3 left. Corbin ties the game after the Scotties fail on 4th and short. So what do the Scotties do here on the kickoff return?
Well, try to run it back as far as
run the little gimmick, little reverse or a pass.
I kind of doubt they'll take a chance in turning the football over on a gimmick play down here in Corbin's end of the field. It didn't take them long to put it in from their own 39-yard line, so it won't take them long to put it in from there.
Glasgow has, I think, 2 timeouts. Scotties have 2 timeouts, 1 timeout. And Corbin has none. So Glasgow will try to get a good return and get themselves into the best field position possible. And they're not expecting a deep kick right here. Channing Twyman and Jeff Kingery are the deep men. Here comes Barrett Wright. He'll be standing back at about the 10-yard line. Boy, it's a big drive for Corbin. Big drive. They do miss the extra point, and it's tied at 12 after this game was suspended for 30 minutes. A minute 3 left in the 4th quarter. Phillips is set to kick. Phillips, yet to kick it. Here's a boot from Phillips. End over end kick. That will skip on the wet turf. Take it at the 20. Here's Barrett Wright at the 25. Wright searches for a hole at about the 34-yard line where the Scotties will have it first and 10. 58 seconds left. Well, do you try the home run pass here, Larry, or try to move it down the field, or just stay on top of it and run out the clock?
I'll probably run out the clock and play overtime, I'd say. It's hard to stop Corbin inside the 10, though. You may take one chance at it.
Here's Meadows up to the line of scrimmage. He leads the ball club. Backfield is split. Livingston and Corey Jackson split of receivers as Meadows drops back. Meadows will run the clear as a pass intended for Williams. Incomplete. Livingston was almost there, as was a defender, Mauser. Pass is incomplete, 43 seconds left. 2nd and 10 for the Scotties. And we may be headed to overtime on a wet football field.
Yeah, I'd say that's the best bet, unless somebody just catches one and happens to elude some tacklers and heads to the end zone.
And honestly, the Scotties appear to be in pretty good shape. Corbin strikes back with the big pass.
I remember one year down in Franklin in the wet weather and nothing to nothing football game. Looked like we're heading to the overtime, and Dwayne Depp broke it for about 60 or 70 yards for a touchdown on the last play of the game.
Off sweep comes to Twyman. Looks for a block. Twyman has it at the 40. Twyman taken out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. Let's see, maybe he stopped around the 40. We'll see where they mark it on that far sideline. Hard to tell on the toss sweep. Channing did pick up a little bit of yardage. Picked up about 5. He's going to set up third at about 5 for the Scotties at the 39.5-yard line.
Well, you can't read their numbers, so tackles are very hard to see who gets the tackle here. The numbers are getting
if Glasgow
muddy.
Glasgow doesn't get the first down here, Larry, they may have to punt with a few seconds left. Here's Meadows. Meadows rolls out to his right. Meadows, well, he'll keep the football. Meadows has it at the 40. Meadows at the 45. Meadows past midfield or at midfield, and he's got it with 28 seconds left. Scotties have it a first down. Of course, on a wet turf, it's tough to kick, but you'd like to get it down to the 25 to give Chad Davis a shot at kicking a field goal.
Got 27 seconds to go. No timeout, so we'll have to, whatever we run, we'll have to.
None, or does Glasgow have one timeout?
None.
I believe Glasgow has one. Or Bruce.
Have you or a loved one participated in a local event filmed by the Glasgow EPB? Maybe it was a school graduation, Little League championship, or a musical performance. These are all events that have recently been professionally captured on video by the EPB to be aired on Channel 6. The EPB archives contain community, school, and church events dating back to 1990 and can be purchased by anyone. DVDs are $13 and would make a great gift for family and friends while preserving a timeless memory of a special moment in one's life. Call to place your order today.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.